Hey, everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name is Josh. Today, we're talking about the update in real time, what's going on with the Gabby Petito case. Apparently, there has been a body found, and I'm just keeping an eye on the panels on CNN and Fox News, and we're going to go, hopefully, we'll be able to bring it in here, and you guys can see live when they do their press conference. So, something's going on. I can hear something. So they're just a lot of the Fox News, everybody's just going through that. But we're going to talk a little bit about today. I know Jordan McKay are going to come on when they can. Get my headphones in here. How's everybody doing this evening? Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Oh, I think it's the other computer. Give me a second. So, as of this morning, the van discovery, there's been a couple other things we want to talk about. When we get through this press conference, we'll talk about more of that and some other things that people have found, like shoes outside of the van and all that kind of stuff. And there's even some footage that possibly there was a guy walking on the right side. It is insane what the internet can come up with, and it's mind-blowing when people get together and do this. I will play the press conference on here. I don't know if it will copyright strike me. If you see the thing go dark, it's because I've been striked. So, but I'll play it. I don't care. Is it a false alarm? I don't think so. I mean, what are the odds you found a different body where they were looking? I mean, they just say they can't confirm it. They want to tell this. They want to tell the parents first. Obviously, everybody who needs to know first before they tell the rest of the world. But there are so many people invested in this case. They've got to put it, light a fire under it. But if this is the case, everybody, this is the saddest outcome for this, and it's so sad. Are the three other missing from that summer, from the area this summer? Really? I didn't know that. I mean, it sounds like that's what's going to happen here. They sent the search dogs home. Again, when it comes to the search dogs and stuff like that, when the dogs have found what they're going to find, then they're not going to, dogs don't stay. That's just the way this works. But again, once we get the news, we're going to continue to talk about the timeline, because again, a lot of us are operating under the assumption already that Gabby is not here anymore. She's been missing. If the timeline is correct, from around the 25th, 27th to now. So we're talking almost, not a month, but we're getting up on a month. She hasn't found it at this point, then we got to start talking about it. So then I guess the next step is to find Brian, who now they're saying could be. I don't even know why they're searching where they're searching. The guy left 3 days ago. I don't know why they think that's where it is. Some of the conjecture is that he took his dad's Mustang to a place and then didn't contact them back, and the dad went and picked up the Mustang, and that's why they went through the Mustang, because he took the Mustang to the spot, and so that's why their search radius started there. That's what I think. Thank you, Miriam. I appreciate it. Cool glasses. You don't think Brian is missing, DeAndre? I think he's not missing. I think he's on the run, because they found her body, likely, and that means that he's on the run, because, I mean, either he's guilty or he looks super guilty anyway. So apparently, where is it? Okay, so where that van was located, right? Where we talked about the van this morning, where that RV family vlog found the van and their footage. That's where they were looking. I'm pretty sure. Do you guys need me to put slow mode on? Is it pretty fast? I can put it on. Give me a second here. Press conference is going to be live on Fox News eventually. As soon as I get it, I will show you guys. Obviously, I will put it in there. Trying to find how to do this. Go. I don't know. Someone said that they were going live on Fox News, so I went Fox News. Is there something wrong with Fox News' coverage of it? Yeah, the body's not in Northport. They're searching. The body's in Wyoming in the search radius that we thought they were in. Oh, Cherry's here. Hey, welcome, Cherry. Okay, we're okay. Top stories. We're just looking here quickly. I'm gonna get this ready.
Meantime, police and FBI agents also are looking for her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, spending a second day at a nature reserve in Sarasota, Florida. We have Fox team coverage. Charles Watson is in Northport, Florida. But first, to senior correspondent Laura Engel,
just getting
live in Moose, Wyoming. Laura, what do we know so far?
Well, right now, John, as you mentioned, we are waiting for an FBI press conference to take place. We are in the visitor center parking lot right now, where this press conference is about to take place at the Grand Teton National Park. As we've been reporting all day, the search efforts have been going on all weekend to find Gabby. And we just 2 hours ago got an alert, basically, that somebody had been found. And we've been working on confirming what that was. We do know that the local coroner's office was called to location. It is our understanding that the coroner has not moved the body yet. They have told us they cannot make an identification. They can't even tell us the sex of the body as of right now. So an investigation at the scene of where they were searching for Gabby is being done. So while we wait for the FBI to fill us in on
a lot of that's just going to be news fluff until they get to the thing. So I don't have cable and I'm Canadian, so I don't have WFLA News Channel 8. If someone wants to send me a link, I will play that link. You just send me what you guys want to see and I'll play it. I don't really care what it is. They're shutting down Teton and around that area, and everybody's being told to leave, and nobody's allowed to come in. And I mean, I think it's I think it's what we fear, unfortunately. Yeah, prayers for Gabby's family. This is the saddest thing, that this is the closure that they're getting. This sucks. But again, now it's about getting justice. And if Brian unalives himself, then nobody gets justice here. And it's so sad. What's false? Yeah, Glaire's right. Takes time to examine a body. Please be patient. It may be a while before we get answers about it. True. I think what we're going to hear today is that likely we did find a body, and they're going to ask a bunch of questions because they're not going to give all the answers. Was it female? All that kind of stuff. And they're going to give you what they can give you. They're not going to give you everything. Or they might say, yes, we do believe that it is indeed Gabby. Press conference is live. Where? I feel like I'm like, do you guys have like 400 TVs on at your house and one is playing the press conference? So I'm looking at this live and I can't see it. That link you sent me just took me to a Google search. Whoever sent that to me. Oh, here we go. Got it.
And we were live, excuse me, we were live earlier on today with a update as to the search efforts. And right now, the search area in Florida where Brian Laundrie could possibly be, again, seen leaving on Tuesday in hiking gear, or said to have left family on Tuesday with hiking gear. The area where he is said to be is so vast and expansive, but it is a fraction of the size of the area that is Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. So we're about to get an update here, folks.
Can you guys all hear that?
Portion of your evening here with us. I haven't even looked too much here at some of the folks that are joining us across all three platforms. Let's see what we can do is we can try to bring in all three.
This will all come to light. This will all come to light.
Hello
Do
to our
we
YouTube
know
audience,
what happened?
hello to our Twitter audience. Hello to our Facebook audience. A reminder here, folks, I've been live here pretty much the last several days. Voice is a little bit hoarse here because we've been doing hours and hours of online coverage of this story. And it's a story that, of course, has captured the attention of so many people across the country.
Yeah.
Folks in New York are following this because this road trip began in New York. People in Florida following this, of course, and of course the Petito family and family members that are in New York. People in Florida, of course, paying close attention. That's where Brian Laundrie is said to have driven the van back to, and is now missing. Excuse me.
So I'll just, as soon as it pops on, I will put this thing on, okay? I've got it queued up, ready to go. Should be identified by tattoo. Of course, we do know that. Yeah, that's for sure. Let's go back to the van footage that we had earlier. And someone had mentioned that there was this is the crazy thing about internet sleuths. They will go frame by frame and look at every pixel inside of that photo. And it looked like her sandals were outside of the back of that van, and that a phone was on the dash of that van inside, and that his hat was in there. And then if you look to the right of the video, we'll dissect this afterwards, because just that we found a body doesn't mean anything. Okay, we have to continue to talk about the timeline. But it looks like he might have been inside the woods. And if to the right, Louis, someone said, oh, is that someone digging a hole to the left? And it wasn't. It looked like it was a tree or something. But then someone said, look at this to the right. And there was a person wearing a white shirt, it looks like. And we're going to dissect that footage in a second after this press conference. If that's the case, and that's where they found her, then they like, it's impressive, because the cops were way ahead. And that's generally not what's going on. That's generally not what happened. What's going on here? What is this?
Full screen as they do a white balance here. A full screen here.
Oh, he's doing white balance.
Full screen here the moment that the press conference gets underway.
Okay, so they're just doing a white. I thought, why is he holding up underwear? He's doing a white balance for the camera, which is stupid, because cameras don't. That's like cameras from the 80s need that, which is so weird. You don't need that anymore. Yeah, it's live. I'm going to have it as soon as the guy pops up on the podium. I'll put it live. Yeah, Jordan McKay are going to join me a little bit later. Oh, here we go. I think we're good to go here.
This is mic check. From
doing a mic check.
New York, mic check. Checking mics.
Just checking mics.
Levels from Wyoming.
This is such an intense story.
So clearly a mic check getting underway here, but anytime anyone steps up to the podium.
Okay, just doing a mic check. So that was the van. And again, the only thing that was surprising about that was that triangle sticker that was not seen, that we had a picture of afterwards, was not seen in the van. But what made me realize it was the van was that scuff mark on the gas cap, on the gas door. That was definitely the van. 100% that was the van. Plus, it had the same hat, everything. That was the van. So likely, I'm thinking that's where they found her. This one, I did watch the door close on the van. And I will zoom in for you guys, and I will go frame by frame and show you that I don't think the door was closing. I think it was the angle of the way that the RV was driving around, and that there was the ladder So I'll show you I'll show you. I mean, not like it matters that the door is opening or closing. Not that it matters for the case. Yeah, the van didn't have the sticker for the footage either. You're right. Where did it go? Sorry, you guys are fast. It didn't have that for the sticker as well. So I'm going to show you frame by frame. I'll zoom in I'll use my editing software to show you guys every single frame. I will blow it up. I'll CSI it and all that kind of stuff. Thank you. Super sticker, whatever that is. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll do. Where's Cherry? I'm gonna wrench her. Cherry, just say something. I'll give you a wrench. All right, here we go. How are we doing? Just waiting. We're just waiting, everybody. Sorry. I don't like waiting either. So we don't know yet, but it seems like this Mary Lenny's journey, it seems like that's exactly where she was found, as far as I can see. That's what they're saying. It's very heartbreaking for the family. Yes. Very, 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 very. Wow. I'm looking at that footage again, and I'm seeing a white t-shirt behind a tree, and it's creeping me right out. Yeah, slow mode 3 hearts design is just because there's a lot of people in the chat, and I want to give everybody an opportunity. I don't want the chat to go flying by. I might turn slow mode on a little bit to 60 seconds if it gets crazy. It is a lot of comments flying in at once. We want to make sure everybody has a chance to be heard in case I see something. The footage I'm talking about is the van footage from that van life, whatever family, where they're driving through and they see the van. If you look at the footage on the right side of looks like a person with a white t-shirt hiding behind a tree. I kid you not. It's scary. It's creepy. So we're going to go after this press conference. I'm going to bring the footage up in Premiere Pro. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to show you frame by frame what's going on in that thing. So if that's the case, if she was found, okay, here we go, everybody. We're going to go live there.
Listen in.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, we don't have a mic feed. Are you serious?
Because this is an ongoing investigation, we don't have time for questions.
They're not gonna take any questions. That's what he just said.
Good afternoon. My name is Charles Jones. I'm the supervisory senior resident agent here in Wyoming for FBI Denver. Standing with me here today are Acting Chief Ranger Matt Wilbur with the National Park Service, Hunter Bailey, who is Chief of the National Park Service.
I'm just commenting every 30 seconds, just so you guys are aware.
We also have Teton County Sheriff Matt Carr and Jackson Police Chief Michelle Weber.
And the police chief is there. Wow.
First and foremost, on behalf of the FBI personnel and our partners, I would like to extend sincere and heartfelt condolences to Gabby's family.
Okay, they found her.
Joe and Tara Petito and Jim and Nicole Schmidt. As every parent can imagine, this is an incredibly difficult time for the family and friends.
Wow.
Our thoughts and prayers are with them. We ask that you all respect the privacy as they mourn the loss of their daughter.
So they're confirming it right now.
As you are aware, FBI personnel, in coordination with our partners at National Park Service, the Forest Service, Teton County Sheriff's Office, and Jackson Police Department, have been conducting an investigative activity in the vicinity of the Spread Creek dispersed camping area.
That's where the van was, the footage is, guys.
Earlier today, human remains were discovered, consistent with the description of Gabby Petito. Full forensic identification has not been completed to confirm 100% that we found Gabby, but her family has been notified of this discovery. The cause of death has not been determined at this time.
Well, they know. They
Appreciate
know.
your continued support and patience as we work through this process.
They do know.
The vicinity around Spread Creek campsite will remain closed to the public until further notice. This is an active and ongoing investigation, so we ask everyone maintain distance from law enforcement personnel and equipment, vehicles, and related activity for their own safety.
It's just
as
this
well as to
written
protect the
statement. They're not going to
integrity
give
of
us
our work
anything.
and respect privacy for Gabby's family. We appreciate the tremendous support from the public. The support from the public's response to request of tips has been remarkable.
Mhm.
We continue to seek information from anyone who utilized the Spread Creek dispersed camping area between the dates of
So-
August 27th and August 30th.
There's going to be a lot of people that they're looking
Anyone
for.
that may have had contact with Gabby or her boyfriend, or who may have seen their vehicle in that area.
Find Brian.
Please share any new information with the FBI at tips.fbi.gov or 1-800-CALL-FBI. And finally, the Denver Field Office Direct is 303-629-7171. Photos and videos can also be uploaded at fbi.gov/Petito. We thank our partners at the National Park Service, the U.S. Forest Service, Teton County Sheriff's Office, and Jackson Police Department for their collaboration and diligence in this investigation.
But I wonder if they can update us on Brian.
In a very short amount of time, and their personnel have intimate knowledge of the rugged terrain that we're dealing with, which made this process much more difficult.
They found her in like 24 hours
We
from knowing
greatly
where that
appreciate
spot was,
the
though.
invaluable skill and expertise of the Teton County Search and Rescue Team. We also thank the community of Jackson.
Because
and
we didn't
surrounding
want to
areas for
believe
the
it, Reborn
hospitality
1988. We
and for
didn't want to believe it.
accommodating a rapid influx of law enforcement personnel in the area. In order to protect our investigative process and increase probability of successful prosecution should it be necessary, we have no additional comments. We appreciate your cooperation and respect for Gabby's family, loved ones during this difficult time.
This is
Thank
sad.
you.
This is super sad. Why are you waiting? So they're not going to take questions. And that's it. We done? They're going to yell out a bunch of questions and they're not going to answer anything. Okay. He just said ongoing investigation. We are not going to answer any questions. That's what he just said. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, it's all but confirmed. I mean, they basically said what they're allowed to say within the investigative whatever allowance that it is. Gabby has been found in that area. So now we got to kind of take a look at the footage. Is that the place where that van was located? And if that's the case, the timeline has to be put together from the 25th, the last appearance or the last time they saw Gabby in Utah, and then the time on the 26th where he was seen at the bar in Yellowstone, at that bar. And if that's the case, my conjecture was that something either happened on the 25th or the 26th. But if you go down to the footage where the van was going through to see the van and her sandals, that was the 26th at 6:30 p.m. So quick, what was the name of the place that they just said? Does anybody catch that? Sorry, I have such a bad memory. What was the name of the place that they said that they found her? I think by the end of tonight, we're going to get another press conference that Brian has been found dead as well. And then nobody's going to get justice. Spread Creek. Spread Creek. Does anybody have any information on exactly where that van was spotted? Does anybody know if somebody found that spot or give a dot or where it was near, what field it was near, anything like that? Yeah, I know, Will. I shouldn't speak that into existence. If anybody's just joining us now, they all but said they found Gabby Petito's body at Spread Creek in in Tetons. And now we're just kind of trying to figure out the timeline of that space, because that van footage that popped up this morning where they found the van, that's very imperative to this timeline. So we're looking we're going to try to put together tonight the timeline from the 25th to that moment where they saw that van at 6:30 at night on the 26th, I think it was. 27th, Spread Creek. Okay. It was confirmed. They basically confirmed it without giving you, yeah, it is. They're not giving us what the cause of death was. And they're saying, for all intents and purposes, yes, until the parents can come in and say, yes, that's our daughter. They have to say that. I tend to agree with this, Deb. If his parents knew anything, it's going to come to light and they're going to end up in jail. He hitchhiked on the 29th. That's why this is crazy. What happened between the space? So if we can find out the space where that van was, I'll bring up the footage in a second here. If we can find out where that van footage was taken, we can create our little timeline in our little map of what happened, and we can start talking about when he could have left, all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people are saying that the Miranda who did the TikTok was lying. Guys, I absolutely don't think that she was lying. Why would she lie and then double, triple, quadruple down on a lie like that when she would get, I mean, that's crazy. There's no way she's lying about that unless she's confused that it was Brian. She might not have been lying about the hitchhiker. She could have just been confused that it was Brian or not. So Victor Idaho in the no says, if anybody can find the thing where that footage was possibly taken, then I'm going to pinpoint that on this map right here. Yeah, the FBI said, here it is, sir. The FBI said the body matches her description in a brief, but yeah, exactly what happened. Again, they didn't say it was, but yes, that's them saying it was her. Yeah, this is why people are surprised. This is why we don't want to hear this. We all want to hope for the best, plan for the worst. And again, the worst happened. A lot of us, this is why this case is so crazy, because she's been missing for weeks. And imagine if she was killed on the 26th or 27th, how many days is that? Quickly, let me take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20. It's been 24 days since that moment, so that she has been literally out there for 24 days. 24 days. Yes. Why? Okay, so a lot of people are saying, why would Brian do that to himself? Why is he, again, he's running because clearly because everything's coming into sharper focus now. So yeah, he drove down from the 29th to land here on the 1st. His parents clearly knew something was up. Okay. The van is there. She's not there. Now we know why she was murdered up at Grand Tetons National Park. Okay. So now we have that established with a lot of confidence. Okay. The next step is to figure out what happened up there, where he went, who saw him, what happened, and got down to Florida. At this point, it's justice for Gabby. And I think justice is going to mean Brian and his parents go to jail. That's what I think. His parents must have known. Why lawyer up unless Brian told his parents, yo, regardless if it was an accident or whatever, or in the heat of a moment or something happened, his parents obviously knew she was dead, because why lawyer up? Brian knew. There's no other way we could say this. Brian knew. Now we know what Brian knew. She's dead. Brian comes home. His parents know. The lawyer knows. They lawyer up. Now we know lots who know. Am I right about that? I could be wrong. Why get an attorney if you don't know something? Okay? They knew. Bring his parents in. They need to be now, like, if they knew because they hired a lawyer, it's almost like the act of hiring the lawyer was the fact that they knew. Or he could have said, unless Brian said to them, look, something happened. I don't want to tell you what it is. I need a lawyer. I mean, obviously we don't know what happened, but now we can with confidence say, yes, Brian knew she's dead or did it himself and came home, and his parents likely knew, which is why they got a lawyer. It's true. It doesn't make one guilty, but it sure looks like you're guilty. And if if hiring a lawyer doesn't make one guilty, then what does being on the run make you look like? Sorry. I know that if I was accused of murder, I would want to be given, all the legalities, but clearly, people are putting 2 and 2 together. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to put this together. Has anybody ever found out from that family where that van was spotted? Do they have a pinpoint on that lake on Spread Creek? I'm looking for it here. Spread Creek. I mean, we can go look right here. We can just go look in the layers ourselves. Here, I'll pop this up for you guys. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. What is this? Why is this here? I don't want this here. So interesting enough, Spread Creek. Is this it? I'm just trying to Spread Creek. It's weird it's not showing up like it's not like a thing. It's obviously a creek, but I'm looking for like the camping part. Yep. Oh, did they post a map in the video? I didn't see that. Can someone find that for me? I know I don't want to pop out of this chat and go find that. Okay, so in the meantime, let's pop up the footage. Let me prep the footage here for you guys of that van drive. That's going to be really important. Oh, you sent it to me? Okay, where? In my email? Twitter? Okay. Yeah, but you didn't send me the map. I'm looking at your messages here. You just sent me there's not a map. Sorry guys, I'm looking for it. I really want to pin that down. No, I think the parents said he was missing to avoid them being in trouble. They're saying, no, we now have a missing person. We don't know what's going on. He's gone now. They're trying to get themselves out of trouble is what I'm saying. I am conjecture. Yeah, happily ever, Holly. This is true. We don't know. Innocent to prove it. You're right. But I mean, actions speak louder than words as well, too. And if you're on the run from police, I mean, that does say something. It does absolutely say something. If you lawyer up, if you leave if it was an accident, why would you not call the police while you're there? Why would you take her van and go home without her? I mean, yes, you're right. Innocent to proven guilty, but there are a lot of actions that are happening right now that, people are trying to put it together. I get it. And yes, the law allows for what you're saying here, but there's just too much on Brian's end that shows what is going on, If she did that, happily ever Holly, then why would he just not call the police? Okay. I'm just looking through see if we can find that. Sorry, I can't seem to find it, guys. We'll find it before the end of here. Okay, let me get this footage up for you, though. Let's go through that first. Okay. Okay, here's where we're gonna break through. Okay, we're gonna go through this video quick. I want to show, like, I haven't really taken too much of a look, so let's do this together. This is gonna be important. Okay, so I'm gonna scrub through this timeline. Okay. I'm not sure that means. I'm pretty sure it means the same thing, Stephanie. Okay, so let's walk through this footage from Red, White, and Bethune. And so I'm going to scrub through. Here's the craziest thing about this type of footage too. Is there's a freaking spider web right in front of where the camera is, dead center there, that obscures some of this footage. And that is just crazy to me. That of all the places that spider web could be is right dead center where you want to be focusing in on things. It really bothers me, actually. So anyway, I'm going to just bring this contrast and exposure up so you guys can see this a little better. Bring my highlights down, shadows up, whites up, and then bring my blacks down. So we can just really, really see this tight. Okay, so let's scrub through a little bit more here. Okay, I'm going to scrub through. Okay, so what people are seeing here, okay, it's coming up here around this area that you see on the right side. Here, I'm going to go full screen so you guys can see this. You see on the right side somewhere over here. Oh, can you see that? Somewhere over here, you'll see a white shirt or something. But let's scrub through and see what we can see. Oh, this is perfect. Someone got me this. Okay, I can't copy this from here. So can you send me that in, I'll just keep that there. Okay. So let's go through this footage quickly. Okay, I'm going to scrub through to where they saw the van. Okay, so here's a part that really pisses me off about this. Okay, I'm going to zoom in on this. Give me a second. Is this part here that is obscured by this spider web. It is insane. Okay, but let's go through. So there's someone has said that as you approach it, the door opens and then closes. See that? Do you guys see that? It looks like the door's opening and then closing. Do you guys see that? And I didn't want to believe that before. I thought it was a tree or an angle, but there's no angle that makes that look like it's going around. Look at this. It looks like the door is opening to me. Do you guys see that? And if that's the case, if the door is opening, did he hear the truck coming? Did he hear someone coming and then he got in? Because it's going to be imperative to find out, when we do find out where they were found, it's going to be imperative to see what happened there. But as you drive back, it does look like that door's open. I used to think it was a tree, but it doesn't make sense because as you drive straight, it disappears. Why would a tree disappear? It's not a tree. That door's opening, in my opinion. And as I'm looking at this footage that is zoomed in, let me sharpen up the footage a hair. Let me see if I can sharpen it up. Creative. A little bit sharper. I mean, the footage is terrible in itself. Maybe the family vloggers could send me the raw footage. I'd love to take a look at it. But look at this. Door's open. It's closing. I'm sorry. That is a door opening and closing. In my opinion, anyway. Okay. So let's go back to it. So maybe you heard, yeah, exactly. That it sounds like they're in an RV, and if you look at the shadow, they are in an RV. An RV makes a lot of noise. They're on a dirt road. It's gravel popping. There's a lot of noise. He hears something, gets back in. Okay, and then I don't know why they jump cut from there to there. What happened between there to there? Where is this jump cut? So this Bethune family, unless they were told by the FBI not to show anything from there to there, that's a pretty big jump cut. That's a huge jump cut. Why? Okay, so we're jump cutting. And I don't know why. Okay, cool, whatever. And then they do this, they bring it over. Oh, geez, sorry. Then her face pops up, which is really weird. Okay, but I'm gonna drag this footage over. Okay. And a lot of people were commenting on the sandal left at the bottom of the back here. There's a shoe. And let's see if I can get there. Yes, there's her sandal. Do you guys see that? So this makes me think, and there's this, something is here. I don't know if it's a phone. It looks like I don't know, a remote. I don't know what that is. It looks like some paper. It's something of some kind. But that triangular sticker also is not on this van. But this smudge right here, this smudge is on the other photos of the van. Okay. That I don't know if that, some people are saying that's his hat, not her hat. And that was also in the body cam footage. Okay, but here's what I'm focusing on. We know this is the van because this crazy smudge. This smudge allows us to know this is the van. Obviously, plus we know that her body was found around here. Okay, but why is the sticker not here and then it's there later? If this guy killed Gabby, what kind of behavior is it that he put a damn sticker on the back of the van later? What is that? What does that tell us? Is that someone, again, to me, that's just like, why would you do that? That's a question I'm always going to have. The stickers. There's no stickers on the top unless it's been blurred or obscured somehow. Could have been a magnet, sure. But again, you have to place the magnet or the sticker on this vehicle after this moment. And it seems like this is the moment that she was found or murdered, right? This is the space. This is the place. So what the hell? I know that's a weird question that maybe I shouldn't even be asking, but there, yes, her sandal is, and there's some kind of device, electronic device. I don't know what this is here either. And when we rewound and saw that the door did open and close. Now, if we go back to the van here, let's scrub a hair. You can't see much. Someone had mentioned that they thought they saw a guy in a white t-shirt, but that's, let me just see. You see that right there? What is that? What is that? What is that? So I don't know. And it doesn't really matter because, yes, he was there, clearly, because he got in this van and he left. So, I mean, a lot of these questions are just more like, what? And you're wondering. So I don't really definitively see a white t-shirt in that van at all. Could be a reflection of the RV. Yes, that's a good one. Sticker to throw off where he's actually been. Perhaps that could be a alibi suggestion. Yes. Yeah, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. The triangle sticker is not on the police cam, so it has to be put on after the 26th. Actually, after the 27th here. That's weird behavior. It looks like a hand on the steering wheel, someone is saying. Let's see. I can't tell you guys. It's so... Let me see if I can change the color up a little bit. Pop some... bring the highlights up. No, I'm going to pop down this. Let's bring up the highlights. Shadows. I can't tell, guys. No matter what I do with this footage, it's garbage footage. So, not garbage. I mean, for a webcam, it's really good. But you can't tell if there's someone in that van. No, I don't think in the reflection that anything is moving either, to be honest with you. And that also is not a reflection of the RV, to be honest with you. It looks like it's the other side. To me, it looks like it could be a guy sitting. It could be a guy sitting like this. That's what it might look like. Like he's looking away out the window. It looks like that might be the top of his shoulder. Like he's looking away. He doesn't want them to see his face. It honestly could be. But it's definitely not a reflection of the RV because the window is reflected. If you look at the angle of this window, okay, it's up like this. So it's reflecting the trees above in the sky. You wouldn't be able to see the RV in the reflection. Okay, so let's head back to, let's see if I can do this. Let's go to where people thought they saw the t-shirt. The guy hiding behind a thing in a t-shirt. Let's do that. Let's go back. Again, I'm super pissed that there's a stupid spider web right in the middle of that webcam. Okay. So where were people seeing this white t-shirt? No, I don't see it. I don't see what those people were seeing. And if that's the case that there's a t-shirt on the other side walking towards the van, why does the van door open? Here, let me show you that again, because that's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And that van door was open as from the moment they came around this corner. So watch this for a second. Check this out. I want you guys to look at that van door. So this RV is coming around the corner. Okay. The door is, look at that door. It's open right there. Then the van or the RV appears. The van looks, closes. It's closing. So someone is getting in that van. So I don't know if it matters that there's someone on the right side over there at all. I don't think it does. Someone had to sell in the stickers. Yep. Okay. So that is the footage that a lot of people are talking about. This is the big stuff because this looks like we should run. Now, someone had sent me the coordinates. They uploaded 4K. Okay, I'm going to their website. I'm going to get it right now. Sorry, let me find it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Raw footage, 33 minutes ago. Is it 4K? Okay, good. It's 4K. Let's get that. It's going to be important. Let me get a full screen on that bad boy. 12 minutes of the footage. I'm letting it load because I want that 4K. Oh, wow. Okay, good. The issue is that I don't know if I can download the 4K from their site. I don't think I can. Can I download 4K here? Give me a second. All right, if anybody's just joining us now, we got 3,400 people in the chat. Anybody joining us right now, we just had the press conference. The remains have been found. They didn't say body, but they said remains that are likely going to be Gabby. They didn't say definitively, but that's what they said. And now, again, the search is on for Brian. We talked about what could have happened, where this happened, and where she was found, which we're going to go find. I'm going to build the timeline around it. We have the footage right now that we're going through that shows that he was there. The van door opened and closed. Her sandals are there. So the timeline changes from the 25th, 26th, 27th. So we're going to put it all together. We're going to spend some time here doing that. Yeah, I'm trying to get their footage here. Let me see if I can find the full HD. I cannot get 4K. Shoot. Okay, well, we'll see if we can do it through here. I can't zoom. The issue is I can't zoom. It's nice to have 4K, but if I can't zoom with my own program, it's useless to us. So, but let's see. Okay, so we don't care about that. We've seen all that. Man, it's because I'm streaming and I'm trying to watch a 4K video off YouTube. So her dad confirmed. Okay. Oops. Brandy Lechner says her dad confirmed it's her body. I mean, it's what we knew. Unfortunately, that sucks. Van footage taken at Forest Road 3029. Okay, that's perfect. Let's keep that there. Let's walk through this. This is gonna be. I can't scrub at a YouTube video. I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't work. If someone can find how to get the 4K footage, send it to me. I don't know what that means. Okay. Hey, let me get that address back. Where was that address? Here it is. Okay, let me find it. Let's get out of here. Okay, Spread Creek. Let's look here. All right, there we go. We got, thank you so much, Annie Marie West. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. So here's where we are at. This is where around, so that if we can go, can we go down? Is this, did they take a Google? We can't go down. Okay, whatever. So let's see where they were, where we could find that. So Forest Road. It looks like they were coming up on a field. This field. I don't know if it was this field. So this is where she was found. Around here. Spread Creek. Up here, okay? Spread Creek. So somewhere around, the van was driving, I think, probably along here. It looked like that's the type of road it was. And their van was parked somewhere along here in the tree-lined area. So, I mean, somewhere along here, okay? But that's not really the most important thing. Well, it is the most important thing. Okay, so now we have definitive space of where we think they were on the 20. Now, can someone remind me, was it the 26th? That that the footage was taken from the Bethune video? Slick Beats. The body was found up here in Spread Creek. And now we're just going to try to put a timeline together about where the last known sighting of Gabby up to this point. 27th. Okay, good. So we know it was the 27th. Where can you get me those screenshots somewhere? Send them to my email, josh@thedadchallengepodcast.com. I'll open up that email. Okay. All right, let's get back to this. Okay. Yes, we'll talk about this too. We will. Okay, so in the meantime, let's get this timeline going here. Oh, I wish Jordan could come on. So everybody was saying that this wasn't connected, but now that we know, honestly, in my opinion, now that we know that Brian likely did something or ran from something, if it's the case that Brian did kill Gabby, then this becomes a little bit more a question as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, sorry, Tom. Breaking news. That's what happened. They went and they discovered it. Sorry. Toward the van. Check email. I'm checking my email. I don't see anything yet. Nothing's through. Okay. 8-minute mark. The 8-minute mark is them inside the van. Okay, I haven't seen this yet. Okay, let me share it. This is really interesting. So this is him driving by. This is the opposite footage of him driving by. Oh, I hate streaming in 4K on YouTube. That dog's cute. The other dog's cute as well. The other dog, and they have 4 dogs. All cute dogs. Okay, so he's driving. Let's see the moment he passes the van. He sees the van. Is that what he just saw? What did he see? I need to get these people on the podcast. Ames, can you reach out to them for me to see if they want to come on and talk to me? I would really appreciate that. I want to get their take on this. They passed a truck there. There's another potential witness. So I'm going to back up a bit. There it is. Right there. I need this footage. I want this 4K footage. I want to dismantle this footage inside Premiere Pro. If someone can reach out to the Baythunes for me and see if they can give me that footage or come on the podcast, I'd love to have them on. It's called what are they called? It's Red, White, and Baythune. Who, if you think about it, these people did crack the case. They brought the footage on that showed where they were. Unless the cops were already searching there. I don't know, but this is it. The door was open. He's in this van right now. And if you look at this footage that I'm seeing right now, I can't zoom in on YouTube, unfortunately. But it looks like somebody sitting in the van looking this way. Looking away. Let's not bombard them. No. Just let them reach out to me and Josh at the Dad Show podcast, see if they'll come on the show. Okay, I have the 4K footage here on YouTube. I want the 4K footage from the raw file. They were already searching. That's what I thought. They're probably already searching there based on prior information. Yeah, this is what I feel as well. If I'm looking, because I can see it on my bigger screen here, it looks like someone's looking away in the front seat. We know the door opened and closed. We went frame by frame, and if I can get it in 4K, we'll see it clearly. No, it wasn't. No, sorry, Will. It wasn't me. But everybody go subscribe to Will, too. Will's going to be covering this tonight. Will does this from a different take, so head over to the Glare and check out his channel. He's going to go live tonight on this. Everybody keeps talking about, because, yes, what we feared is the worst did happen. Now it's about finding Brian. Now it's about justice for Gabby. So that's again what we're going to be doing here, putting that timeline together. We think so, Tawny. We think and again, if we look at the let me see if we can get that back. If we can figure that out. Where is it? This is where they're found. This is where they're found on this road. I think it's along this road here, and likely found in this area, maybe to the water or up in the trees, somewhere in this radius. Why would police block this? I hope they don't. No, screen recording doesn't help. I need the actual 4K footage. I want to put it in Premiere Pro, and I want to blow it up in Premiere Pro if it's 4K. We could probably see way more if I can get that. Okay, I'm going to back that up a hair. Let me just see. I don't see anybody getting in the van. Caitlin, I did try this. I don't know. There's not one that allows you to download 4K. Unless you guys can send me a link, I'll do it. No, I don't see someone walking towards the van in this footage. Excuse me. They were definitely having arguments. And now that we see what likely happened, this puts that footage from the 12th way more into sharp focus about the fact that he was not taking any responsibility or anything like that. And he was smiling, and she was the one mostly distraught from that. Okay, well, if I can get this footage, we will dissect it. I promise. Again, if this family wants to come on, this family from this YouTube channel, if you're watching this, please reach out to me at josh@thedadchallengepodcast.com. I have a link. I'll put you right in the chat to talk about your experience there. Okay, now I want to break this down. I want to see. Hold on a second. I'm gonna call Jordan. She has all the information. She's so good. Yeah, of course he wouldn't, because he knows that it was crazy. The lawyer has told Gabby's parents to shut their mouths. Hey, I'm live, just so you guys know. Can you ask Jordan what for the addresses of all those timelines we talked about in the last video?
The addresses for
Utah. Yeah, let me just get it here. So I'm trying to create a what do you call it? Triangulate where they all were from the last sighting in Utah. Do you remember that address?
Do you want the mural wall that she took the picture in front of, or do you want the hotel?
Just doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm gonna put this up. I'm just talking to Jordan and McKay right now, everybody who've been helping me with this. Jordan's got some expansive notes. They have a kid, so they can't come on right now, but we're gonna be on this for a while. They'll come on later. So Jordan's got the list of everything, just so you guys are aware of what's going on. So I'm gonna put we're gonna put every little thing in the map here, and then we're gonna go through it.
Okay, do you want me to text it to you or just give it to you?
Yeah, just give it to me here.
Okay, so the address for the hotel was 230 Admiral BYRD Road.
Got it. Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yep,
Perfect.
City 84116.
Okay, got that. And then let's add a destination where they saw him in Yellowknife. Where's that one? What's the name of that bar?
It was, remember he was in Holy Hope? So that's one is 115 North Kendry. And that's in West Yellowstone, Montana.
North what? Say?
North Canyon.
Canyon. North Canyon. Maybe I should spell it. West Yellowstone. Okay, we got that. That's the triangulation there. And then we know they went to Jack's. Then he was picked up where? Where they picked him up for the hitchhiking?
It was Coulter Bay,
Coulter Bay Village.
which is COLTER.
Got that. Okay, good. And then they dropped him off at Jackson Lake Dam. And that's the last sighting we know of him. Okay, got it. Perfect. Okay, come on. Let me know when you're ready to come on. I'll let you in.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, bye. I love those people. All right, everybody, here we go. Let's take a look at this timeline. Or the whatever you call it. Okay, so here's what we do know now. On the 25th of August, this is the last known sighting, or the hotel that they were staying at, on the 25th of August. So this is the last absolute known sighting. Spread Creek, yes, first cancer. Okay. So you go out here. They come up to. Then we know now that they ended up from there all the way up to Yellowknife. I keep saying Yellowknife because that's Canada. They go to Yellowstone. Well, he does. But here's the thing that changes what we thought about last time. Okay. North Canyon Street up in Yellowstone. Okay. He ended up to this bar. And remember that the guy in TikTok said they was giving his wife weird vibes. Okay. So yeah, that's good. Maybe added the stickers to throw people off with the footage, possibly. But how could he even know an RV had footage? But maybe, I don't think he's that smart, but maybe he is. I don't know. So, okay, this is the weirdest part about, one of the weird parts about the story is he ends up at this bar up here in Yellowstone, okay? And he's by himself here. But if that's the case, he doesn't end up back at the campground until the 27th. So the next day after this, where is Gabby while he's at this bar? That's the question, right? Where's she? If she hasn't been hurt, killed by an accident or whatever at this point, he's here by himself, all the way down from Utah. So we know from Utah on the 25th, he ends up here on the 26th, then the 27th, okay? That van drives by, where is it? Holy smokes, such a drive, such a drive. This is where they are, okay? The van drives by here the next day after the bar scene with the guy from TikTok. Okay, so this is the day after he gave that lady creepy vibes, okay? They ended up here. We saw the van. We know the door opened. We know he was in it or something of the like, or they were there. Her shoes were there. There's some kind of device on the ground. They're there. This is where she's found as well. Can someone corroborate that I'm correct on that this is actually where they found her? Just so I'm not lying. Spread Creek Dispersed Campground. Give me a second here, guys. Okay. So this is the Spread Creek Dispersed Campground, and this is the road that they were on, somewhere between here. Okay. So this is good, Ashes. This is a good take, probably. I feel like she was dead after West Yellowstone, which is what I thought as well. I thought between 25th and 26th, where she's not showed up, she's not at the bar, something happens. But why are her shoes outside of the van on the 27th? That's weird to me. Okay, maybe. Maybe. Okay. So let's go back. So again, we know that this is the area anyway. Am I right about that, everybody? That this is where they found her, in this area. Okay. So they found her there, and then okay. So this is the thing that's trippy. So the 27th is when that van takes a trip through, or the RV takes a trip through and sees this here. Between the 27th and the 29th, if they found her here, what is he spending 2 days doing? He's got 2 days before he gets picked up here at Coulter Bay Village, at this parking lot right here. He gets picked up in this parking lot by the couple, Miranda and her boyfriend, and is then driven up to Coulter Bay Road. I think, yeah, there's only one way to get there. Either they go this way or whatever. They end up down at the dam. They end up right here. He gets dropped off right here. Okay. And that's the last they see of him. That's the last anybody has seen of Brian. But if you think about it, look at the distance here. The distance is quite far between Spread Creek and the dam. Someone said earlier, and this might make sense, is that he might have thought that when he got in the van at Coulter Bay Village, or with the hitchhikers, or as hitchhiking, that he was going north. As soon as he heard them say, we're heading to Jackson, maybe he didn't realize he was heading south, gets out here, proceeds to go over here, get the van, and head to Florida. Because he gets out here and they see him walk across the street to this parking lot. Okay, so that to me is a little bit crazy. I'm not going to talk to witness. Oh, you mean the people? Oh, okay. This is the most likely outcome from somebody who has actually done something. Now that we know that something was done, that he's creating an alibi, even if she's accidentally killed, even if she unalives herself, or whatever the case may be, he's creating manic behavior. Yes, it looks like that. Oh, sorry. Keep losing the thing. Oh, Sarah, you're late. The reason I think he wants to go north, though, is because he's done the deed over here, allegedly, right? He's done the deed. Where the heck am I? Sorry, I'm trying to get out of here. He's done the deed at Spread Creek, okay? The question is, how does he end up on the 27th hitchhiking from Coulter Bay Village on the 29th? Okay, how does he end up 2 days from the last known location of the van, Spread Creek, up to Coulter Bay Village? Okay, he's here on the 27th. We know that for a fact. Then he's hiking from here. Why is he hitchhiking? And something might have told maybe he had panicked or did something. He was trying to create an alibi by going back up to Yellowstone. But then when he found out he was heading back down north or south, he gets out and says, uh-oh, I don't want to be going north to Jackson. Okay, because that's pretty close. If you think about where Jackson is, down here, I mean, it kind of sort of passes this area. That's within a few kilometers. This is true. If you killed him in the van, the dogs have smelled that. Cadaver dogs can smell dead bodies in water. Like, it's amazing how powerful cadaver dogs are. This is true. I don't think it was in the van. I think it was outside of the van, if anything. Here's an option. Yeah, maybe hitchhike to the Coulter Bay. So maybe what he's trying to do is create an alibi by hiking from Spread Creek. Maybe he leaves the van at Spread Creek. Okay. Sorry, I'll zoom in a bit. Maybe he leaves the van, hikes up to Spread Creek or up to Coulter Bay Village to create an alibi, saying, oh, I went on a big giant hike, and when I got back, she was dead. So he has this plausible deniability because he's up there hitchhiking, hanging around a parking lot that likely has cameras. Yeah, that dash cam footage is everything. I need that. I want the 4K footage. Someone say a second body? I'm not sure I see that. It is Gabby Sandals, for sure it is. And again, unless he's just laying them out there. I don't know if that's a sign of someone who's absolutely bonkers or if he's doing that. It is, Tom. Should I increase it? Yeah, it's very sad. I mean, if you think about this case, though, overall, this is the saddest outcome that could have happened. This is unfortunately, a lot of us, this is what we thought was going to be happening anyway. And so, this is, again, and Tracy, this is right. Why are you hiding it if it is an accident? If you are innocent, why would you take her van after maybe you discovered the body? And it's going to matter. Here's a few things that are going to matter. It's going to matter how she was found, what state she was in. Was she buried? Was she found at the bottom of a cliff? Was she found drowned? It's going to matter how she was killed. All that stuff's going to come into play when they make those statements. And I don't know if in an active investigation, are they going to make those statements to the public? How does this make sense? He got out because he wanted to continue on the highway to Jackson, which is closer to Spread, not the interior road that Miranda was on to Jackson Hole. Are you sure? Because that doesn't make sense, because why is he Oh, you saying I see what you're saying. You're saying he gets out because he expected them to go this way, right? Back down to where they were going. And he realizes they're going this way, way far away from this. Hey, Shanae McLennan, I think you nailed that one. He thought they were possibly going down through this way to get to Jackson, and he needs to end up here. So if they go this way, way out of the way for him, right? That's what you're saying? I don't know what a czar is, but thank you, Shanae. That was a really good point. Yeah, updates for the people that are in the chat. They have found her body, and the body was found here around Spread Creek area where that van, the RV saw their van. So she was found here. And now we're just trying to piece the timeline together, what could have happened, why he was hitchhiking, and how it makes any sense. Because if it's true that she wasn't killed on the 25th because her sandals and everything are outside the van on the 27th, it's crazy. You guys are just waking up in Australia. Sorry, I lost that. If you guys are just joining us from Australia, waking up, Gabby's body has been found. We're trying to piece together the triangulation of what happened and the timeline of what we know. There's only one sandal there. I think you're right. Here, let me go to the footage real quick. I have it right here. I have it right in front of my eyeballs. What is going on there? Yeah, one sandal. No, Ashes, you couldn't have done that after hitchhiking because the van was spotted on the 27th and he hitchhiked on the 29th, as far as I'm aware. I also need Jordan to come on. This, Sandy fam, yes. Think about this for a second, everybody. Okay, I'm going to go back to the footage here for a second. Okay, you said something there that just blew my mind. Okay, so let's go. Where is it? Entire screen. Here. Think about this for a second. Okay, so where's the footage? Oh, sorry, I gotta get out of here. Here's Sandy, that you might be right onto something, because look at this. We're driving through, right? The door's open right there. The door is open. Here, let me get this footage closer so you guys can see it. You see this spot right here? The door is open. See that? I'm going to zoom in a bit more. The door is open. As he drives up around the corner, door closes right there. Closes. Okay, now we're going to get up to the van. Watch this for a second. Do the jump cut. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, bear with me, guys. Sorry about that. That makes way more sense now. Look at this. Look at this. There's only one shoe there. Sandy. The door opens, the shoe falls out. So this does not necessarily mean at all either that she was in that van. He likely did something. The shoe fell out when it opened. Because what is this piece of electronics as well? There's only one sandal. That makes me, I just got shivers. It's just one more. That's you see two sandals? Do you see two sandals? I'm literally looking at it. You guys see two sandals here? There's one sandal right here. Where do you guys see the other one? What am I missing? I don't know what this is. This is looks like a remote control, to be honest with you. I don't know what that is. You see two as well? I must be blind. I see one. The door opened, or it was opening and he was getting in. He hears the RV come around the corner. He closes the van. You guys see two. I see one sandal. I see there's rocks here. I see one sandal unless I'm seeing something. Don't forget that I'm a dad, a husband. I can't see shit that's in front of my eyeballs. So I see one sandal. This is not a drone. No. So that, again, this could mean that she was inside the van. So that does open up the timeline again from the 25th, that something could have happened on the 25th of the morning of the 26th before he lands up in Yellowstone on the 26th. Okay, I'll show you guys the door opening again. I wish I had the 4K footage for you guys. Let me see if I can get the 1080p footage. See if I have a higher res footage. Let me see if I can download a higher res. See if that's better. You see two on top? No. If you think there's a two sandals, that's a one sandal. That is one sandal. There's not. I don't see two sandals on top, unless I'm blind here. But I do not see what you guys are seeing. If you see two, there's definitely two. People are saying. I see one. It's one sandal, guys. Where are you seeing this other sandal? Where do you see the other one? Yeah. The sandals look like someone was getting in, not getting out. You're right. If they were sitting in the van, the sandal would be pointed that way while they got into the van, right? You're not going to, well, not necessarily. I mean, you might pop out of the sandal and walk into the van either. I do not see a strap of a second sandal. This is the thong sandal, right? That's the one strap. That's the other half of the strap of the thong sandal. Where do you see this other sandal? Like, are you saying right here? Okay, let me see if this footage is a little bit better here. I got another piece of footage. Okay, here we go. I got this. Okay, a little bit better. This is a little bit better. This is the raw footage, everybody. All right, here we go. You ready? There's a little bit better footage. Let me zoom in on it for you. Well, it's not that better. It's not that much better. Okay. If you see right there, the door is open right there. Okay, everybody, do you see that? The door is wide open right there. When he comes around the corner, the door is wide open. Open, 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 open. Sees the RV. Closes the van right there at that moment. Okay. If he's putting her body in the van, the sandal might have fallen off. Something like that. Yes. Okay. And then he sees that. They drive by. And they just keep going. Now, there's another part of this footage. Let me get to it. I think he switches it. A lot of witnesses on this road, though. That's for sure. Okay, here it is. Watch this. We get to see this cute dog the whole time, though. Oh, sorry. If people are sending super chats, I'm really sorry that I'm not catching up to those. Thank you. I don't think you can access front seat from back according to YouTube TikTok videos. If in the front, she was in the back, closed door. Yeah, if that's true, if you can't access the front seat, then there's no way someone was in the front seat. And then if there was a person in the front seat, then it doesn't make sense that the door would be closing, right? But this footage here, we're going to drive by this van. Let's see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Here's where we get. He drives by this van. Is this the full? Do I have the full view? You guys can have the full view. Let's get the full view here for you. Man, I wish I could do more. Okay, that's about as good as I can get it for you guys. Okay, so watch the right side of that screen when he passes that van. I'm going to go like frame by frame. sees the van. It looks like, I swear to God, it looks like this guy wearing a white t-shirt in that van. I'm sorry. Nothing else. Let's see if we can go back and see if this footage has a little bit more of a higher res of that van. There it is. Because they did a little zoom in over here. I'm not sure how they got this shot that we looked at where we can see the shoe, but it doesn't look like it's from here. A lot of people are saying this is the t-shirt. This is a glare of a tree, everybody. It's not a t-shirt, by the way. It's not somebody. I mean, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, shit. What did I do? You idiot, Josh. The heck? That's creeping me out. Okay, so I thought that was a glare of a tree, but if you go farther, the glare should disappear, and it looks like there's something is jutting out from that tree. That's weird to me. Anyway, I don't think it really matters because they come around here, right? And then we have a different angle from last time here, but we don't see that here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This one's even less clear than the other footage, so I don't know. Yeah, possibly. For sure. Oh, you're right. So they said they wanted to stop, but they didn't see anybody. Okay. Casper, good idea. Good thing. That truck was driving this way. Who's in that truck? I hope they come forward. Here's the thing. A lot of people aren't on social media like we are on social media. They might not even know that there's a case. Like they don't even, So hopefully they're watching the news. What's on the phone? It's on the phone video on Reddit. I don't know what that means. Can you access the front of the van from the back? You have to squeeze over the seats. Look at the first video in their van, Life Stories and IG. Okay. So it looks like you can access the front. Let's take a look. We'll know if he did drive off towards the end because we have the other footage. Okay, so here's the frame. He doesn't move. Who can definitively say that they saw that van driving off at the end? That's impossible to tell. First of all, this RV is probably 40 feet long, and by the time the van gets out of the frame there, the RV has not even passed the van yet, so the van doesn't move in our frame of video. So the van is not moving. Okay, let me go to my Twitter here quick. Do we know what the things that are highlighted in orange here? I'll show you guys this. Oh, it doesn't blow up. The photo doesn't blow up. Okay, so from this picture that does look clear, it does look like two pairs of sandals. But now that someone's mentioning it, it does look like men's sandals. So that's really weird. It looks like men's sandals, not women's sandals. I have 11 emails. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, okay. So it's saying there's a shadow. Let me pop up that footage for you guys. So it's saying there's a shadow coming out of the trees close to the van when it after the door closes. Let's take a look. I don't see it. Here, I'm gonna show you guys. So what they're saying is that there's a shadow in here that emerges. Let's get a little closer. Stupid spider web, man. There's no shadow. I'm going frame by frame, everybody. There's no shadow. I need the 4K footage. Without 4K footage, we're not really going to be able to tell. At this point, oh wait, sorry. Honestly, at this point, we know nothing about Brian. We know that he had some kind of mental illness, but we don't know anything else. That's literally what we know. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so if that is the case that his sandals, then again, I think we're arguing semantics about something that doesn't really matter, but it sort of matters if it is her sandals, because if they're placed or if they're pushed or if they're put there, we know that this is where she's found anyway. So it's true. This is also true. It doesn't matter whose sandals they are. I've thrown my husband's flip-flops on a million times while camping. This is also true. Okay, so let's go back to this timeline real quick. I want to talk about the moment where we know that we have more of a larger picture. Somebody has been saying that Miranda girl is lying about the 29th, and if she's lying about the 29th, then it does change things because it gives him more time to get to Florida. Okay, so think about this for a second. The door was definitely open. I'm going frame by frame. There's a black line, and then 4 frames in, after going straight, the black line disappears. Explain it to me if you have a different way of looking at that. Once I get my hands on the 4K footage, I'll be able to see it more. The Miranda girl is the girl from TikTok who said that she picked him up hitchhiking. He stopped in Sarasota. Oh, let me check my emails. I'm getting a bunch of messages, everybody. No, I don't want to download her. Okay. Okay, the van. Okay, this is good. This is good right here. Okay, let me show you guys this. Someone sent this to my message. This is where she was found. This is where the van was. Oh, sorry. This is where she was found right here, everybody. This is where the van was. Okay. So let's go into Google Maps. where that river, where the road crosses. What am I looking at here? I'm stupid. The heck? Oh, they've got it upside down. That's why. Okay. So she's found. Yeah, she's found in the river, basically on the other side of the riverbed. Okay, sorry, I'm talking to myself. Okay, go back to this. So again, this is where she's found. In this like riverbed area. And around this area. So it looks like she was, and this is water, everybody. So don't, like, if you look closely, that's water. So, and it's like muddy, and there's could be potential witnesses here because it was really close to here. So maybe she was thrown in the water or something like that. That's true. Yeah, so let's go back to this timeline, everybody. Look at this for a second. So if he, again, we talked about this in the last video. When he was found up here on the 29th, okay, he gets out here. We still don't know if he was still over here on the 29th, right, where the body was found. We don't know if they were here on the 29th. We know they were there on the 27th. So there's the 27th is when this likely went down over here. Okay. Then there's 2 days before he's up hitchhiking. Did he leave the van here or did he take it? If he left the van here, he left from this point on the 29th to drive down to Florida. And we've already established that he had enough time to get from the 29th down to Florida with 14 hours with a buffer to take a break, to have a nap, whatever the case may be. 14 hours extra. Okay. Among the trees. So it looks like it's like right around here. She was found in here. I don't know. And again, this is a semantic argument that actually doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really matter. We know the door was closed. We know he was there. We know it went down here because right across the river is where she's found right here. Again, so that's kind of semantics, to be honest with you. The FBI won't confirm until they can have a positive identification or DNA, whatever. The parents have to come in and say, yes, that's her. They're not allowed to, I don't think. TikTok girl said he was lightly packed and looked clean, not sweaty. He was also at the showers. So he was hitchhiking from, let's go up here. He was hitchhiking from Coulter Bay Village. Which is up here. In the shower block. So he's probably had a shower. Yeah, we've discussed this too. If you're kind of arriving now, this is what we've discussed. So yeah, now we know that there's a body, everything's going on. This is why we think that Brian's parents should be held accountable, because they clearly knew something, right? They knew something because they lawyered up, right? So what did they know in order to lawyer up? When your son comes home 2 days after he's seen here, sorry, he comes home 4 days after, he shows up on the 1st of September in his girlfriend's van without his girlfriend. What are you asking your son? What are you asking him? Hey, where's your girlfriend? No one's asking that question. They know something, and then they proceed to lawyer up and shut their mouth. So if you do know something, are you not supposed to say something? Are you protected by the Fifth Amendment by knowing that thing? And then they tell the police 3 days, Tuesday. So he leaves Tuesday from Florida. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they call the police. On Friday, they show up. Oh, he's gone. Now there's a manhunt on for Brian. So the parents are going to spend time in jail, and they should. Really? Okay, well, let's get that stream. Let's get that one. Is that going to be on that other one? All right. This is what I think too. I honestly believe he had the time to and did it because he was only a person of interest. But they would know by now, the FBI would know by now, a hundo if he fled the country. He didn't steal her van, Kimberly. That was both of theirs. They literally lived in that van for over a year together. So basically it was both of theirs for all intents and purposes. He did not steal the van. They couldn't do it. It's not the way it works. Oh, the parents are lawyered up 100%. Again, what do the parents know that they're lawyering up? Now that we know there's a dead body, okay, we know that Gabby is dead. What did the parents know in order to lawyer up? Everything's coming again into more sharp focus because we know that there is a body now. He gets home on the 20 from the 27th, depending on the time that she was killed, 25, 26, 27th, okay, or even the 28th or 29th. We have a 5-day window where this could have happened. It could have even happened on the 29th. They could have just been staying in that van on the 27th when the RV drove by. Nothing could have happened there. We don't even know that they didn't just drive up to Coulter Bay and he did it up there. Well, we know that that's where she landed, right? But we don't know if he brought her back. Something went down. Likely it's the 27th. But then when that goes down, why is he 2 days later up at Coulter Bay taking a hitchhike? And then when he gets home, what do his parents know to lawyer up?
A statement from the family of Brian Laundrie, Gabby Petito's fiance. And the statement says, quote, "The news about Gabby Petito is heartbreaking.
The Laundrie family prays for Gabby and her family." Stay with CNN as our coverage of this case continues and the search for Brian Laundrie continues as well.
So apparently the Laundrie just came out with a statement. If I heard that correctly, I might not have. I just caught the end of it. That the Laundrie released a statement saying, "We are heartbroken about this." Is that what I just heard? Did I just hear that? And if that's the case, are you effing kidding me? Yep, it is the Laundrie family. They released a statement. So here's Laundrie family statement. And this is disgusting because they knew. The news about Gabby Petito is heartbreaking. The Laundrie family prays for Gabby and her family. That's their lawyer who said that. You're heartbroken because you're going to go to jail. How do you put a statement out like that after lawyering up and shutting your mouth and not telling anybody what they need to know to where their daughter is? They found her because of this RV footage, I think, or something like that. They didn't have help from the Laundries. Brian didn't say anything. The family didn't say anything. They found her without them. And now they clammed up and now they're saying, "Oh, it's heartbreaking." Are you serious right now? How can you be that obtuse and that disgusting to put? I hope that Gabby's family puts out a counter statement and says, "Your statement is garbage and I hate you." It's a lawyer statement. That's why it's so vague. A lawyer put that statement out. If you are a family of a kid who does something like that, or is accused of doing something like that, or looks like he's done it, shut your mouth. Don't say anything because it makes it worse. That's as far as I'm concerned. That is that is like kicking you while you're down. Don't ever say something. Just shut your mouth. That's right. I'm mind blown right now. Let me keep a look at the CNN. They're talking about the migrant flood now. Okay. Yeah. Again, if this is my kid who said I did this thing, I'm sorry. You're going to own up to your actions. That's just how life is. A parent that sticks up for their kid for doing something like this. And maybe, okay, but maybe the idea is like, we don't know everything. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it was, I don't know. They found remains. Maybe it was an accident. But if it's an accident, everybody, you don't take your girlfriend's van and drive away and leave her there in the trees and then go home to Florida. That is not how you react as a person. So if it's an accident, you call the police, you figure it out, you call an ambulance, whatever it takes. You don't flee. Sorry. They're heart. Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are. They're again. Everybody says fiance. They were not engaged anymore, based on the reports from her mother. And I think, yeah, I think that they broke off the engagement before they left. I think they were likely trying to get on this road trip to see if they would work out. They weren't technically engaged. They did break it off, as far as I know. Not that it really matters, but that's what I know. And until I'm corrected, then they weren't engaged. Yeah. Again, if that family wants to come on my show, I'm absolutely love to have you on. Talk about what you saw. Oh. Who's defending Brian? Someone's defending Brian in the comment section here? Sorry. Could be. Could be. Also possible. I don't think it was a rejection thing. I think what I heard, if I'm right about hearing what I heard, is that they just realized they were a little bit too young. They didn't want to make that thing, and they said, let's just, let's not rush it. And I think that's what it was. Maybe we're still lightly engaged, but at that point they were saying, we're not going to get married at this point. We're going to take a break, like from that planning and all that kind of stuff. Sandy fam, this is the question we keep asking ourselves. This is the most important question as far as I'm concerned right here. And it makes sense he's creating an alibi. And if that's the case, if someone has done that and it's in a panic or whatever the case may be, something tells me maybe he called his dad between 25, 26, 27, or his dad and his mom. He's got 2 days from the 27th. So likely, here's my scenario. Likely on the 27th, he did this. The van is found. She's found there. That's the spot. That's the 27th. There's 2 days between the time he's caught hitchhiking, okay? Who does he call in that 2 days? Who gives him the advice to go make an alibi? Because if you're panicking, operating off that kind of stuff, that's going to be really difficult. Someone is there, calm-headed, on the other end of a line or a text or whatever, saying, here's how you make an alibi. That's what I'm thinking. Someone he was talking to is saying, here's the plan, and then pop down to Florida when you're finished. Don't know who it was, but who does that? I imagine when you've done something like this, you have to be panicking, because if he wasn't panicking and it was just kind of calm, collected murder, or whatever the case may be, he would have buried her or would have hid her better. But it sounds like it was a panicking thing. Then he calls for advice, and the advice is create an alibi. Why else are you hitchhiking 20 kilometers north 2 days later? I don't. Okay. I hope you're just joking. I think a lot of people think he has unalived himself. They did call the search off today in Florida. The vans were leaving. They didn't say why. They said a storm was coming in. I don't know. Yes. Silver lining is that if he did try to do all these things, it was done improperly and doesn't make sense to his timeline. Unless he says, again, this is nothing right now, guys. He could literally come out of the woods right now and say, look, I ran because I had no other options. Because of what the world is saying right now. That's why I ran. He could literally say, I came back, she was dead, and I went up north. I panicked, and we don't know what's going to happen right now. Anything can happen right now. Maybe. The actions here are everything. The actions speak so loudly. Lawyering up, all that kind of thing. Whoa, really? That's so sad. Yeah, this is we also can't forget that just like, was it a few days before, there was another murder. Like, if this is the case, there's literally a murderer just running around in the same vicinity. So that is something we have to take into consideration as well. Unless it's him as well. I don't know. Possibly, but it's really difficult to get phone pings up there. Oops. I'm not sure that this was, I haven't heard of this. The last known sighting, as far as I'm aware right now, and the notes that I have, is the 25th in Utah. Oh, such craziness. Unless he comes out and says that it's premeditated, I don't know. It's going to depend on how she's found, if she's buried. I think that they can determine premeditation based on what happens. I mean, they can try to anyway, is determine, okay, well, it looks like, depends how she was killed, obviously, first, right? We have to obviously first figure out how was she killed? How was she disposed of? All that stuff's going to matter for what's next, because we don't, that pivotal information, and I don't know if we're ever going to get it until the case goes to court, if it ever does. I don't know if we'll ever get that information, but that's going to really matter to what happened. We got to figure out if it was a strangulation, if it was stabbing, if it was an accident, if it was, I don't know. It's really going to matter how she was disposed of. Guys, if you hit the like button, it helps this video get in the algorithm, and it gets more people over here. So if you want to hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. Well, thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. Real crime is definitely not my forte, everybody, but I'm actually, this stuff is, if we could, it's more about talking it out as far as I'm concerned. I don't think we're going to solve anything here. I think that if we just talk about it, and you guys have a lot of really incredible things to say, you're making my mind think different things. You're proving me wrong, maybe with the sandals, but I think if we just talk this out, this is kind of how these things kind of work themselves through, if I'm correct anyway. Yeah, so here's an update. Here's where she's found, real quick. If I can open that for you. So if I'm correct, she's found around here. If I'm correct, I could be wrong about that, because it's between this dot where that's the camping one, and then this where the van was sighted. So I think I'm concluding, if I'm right, it's near this water and these trees. What's up? Oh. Checking Twitter DMs. Someone is sending me a really, really high res image of the van as the RV passes it. It looks like he's in the front. I definitively can't say that is him or not. I hope so. Again, we know that they knew something. Why else would they lawyer up? I mean, it's just the way it is. Oh, Ames sent me a little thing here. Let me read it to you. Ames, can you email this to me? The FBI Denver field office and its Wyoming resident agencies in coordination with the national blah, 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 FBI. Oh, that's the thing that they said live. That's what they just read live. Okay. I don't know if he's stalking Gabby. Why would he stalk Gabby? Gabby's his girlfriend. I don't know I don't know what to think about that. Maybe. It's true. Oh, they're gonna go live? Okay. Oh, true. That's true. Could be a handheld GPS tracker. Yes. It's true. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. There's more going on behind the scenes that we know. We're not going to be privy to everything that's going on in real time. Were they really? Okay. Interesting. I hope Jordan can come on. I think they have a kid, and it's early where they are, and I'm in Toronto, so I don't know if we're going to be able to. I'll see if she can. Is this true? I don't know. I don't know a lot about the Moab case, but the more and more this gets, we talk about this, the more and more of this, there's no way that this is not connected, or not no way, but it feels like it could be more connected. Cop had a 666 tattoo. Wow, that's a little weird. Okay. Jordan's on her own live. Okay. Oh, okay. It is Gabby, yes. Okay, so Red, White, and B3 are going to go live at 8:30 EST. I'll stick around until then, and I'll stream their live in this live if you guys want, or I'll just go over there. We don't know anything about Brian at this point. We know nothing, basically. Nothing. I don't know. Yeah, Jordan McKay were coming on, but it was going to be at 9 p.m. And then they went with the live. I had to come on because they did the live the thing. So I had to change the time. Sorry, guys. We love Jordan McKay. Hey, this is everybody's kind of chiming in on this. It's not just me. And Jordan and McKay have a lot to do with this too. Obviously, I've been listening to all the news, and this is not happening without the whole community. So people are sending me messages and updating me. I love it. It's not just me. I'm just kind of being the voice of everybody, which is not everybody, but who are here. So yeah, once the time of death established, that's going to be a big deal. But I think we can reasonably assume that the time of death is on the 27th, because that's when the RV saw the van, looked a little bit weird. The door was closing. It was like super sketch. And then the timeline I'm interested in is after what happened. How did he end up at Colton Bay, hitchhiking down to Jackson Dam? I need to know that. Could be. All but confirmed, K. They won't confirm it until they have a definitive, but they said yes, the remains are within, basically yes. Yeah, but why is he hiking after she's dead? Why is she, unless he's hiking from that position for the 3 days and then, but yeah, because this can be a little bit gray, because if there's 3 days in there, we know that they were there on the 27th. He ends up in Colton Bay on the 29th. So maybe in that 3 days, something happens. Maybe they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't know. The 29th is super sketchy. And that Miranda said he was really sketchy. So actually, no, she didn't say he was sketchy. She said he was calm, light chatter. And then when they talked about Jackson Hole, he got a little bit anxious. Was that what it was? Yeah, I can show the map. Let's recap for everybody that's here, if you guys want to recap. So here's the map. Let's recap for anybody who hasn't been here in a while. Okay, so her body was likely found around these trees right here. Okay, that was today. They found that. And if that's the case, that I think we did the math on that was, let me just count the days so I'm getting it right. 15, 19, about 23 to 24 days ago is the last kind of like where this could have happened. So it's over 3 weeks. Her body's likely been there. Okay. So we back out here. That was the 27th that the RV spotted their van. That was right here on this dot right here. Okay. Then, so let's just go over, let's recap the timeline, because we got to keep doing this. It's fine by me. Okay. Last known sighting. Holy smokes. Right here at the hotel and the store in Utah. Okay. Where all the Mormons live. And then all the way up the second. So that's on the 26th, 25th. She's seen there. The 26th. Okay. Which is such a weird date. We see Brian up here on the 26th at North Canyon Street. I think it's right here. In this restaurant, or this one here, having a little mini beef with a guy that comes out on TikTok and says that, okay? The 27th rolls around. The next day, everybody. So he goes from there all the way down to Spread Creek. I don't know why that's all weird like that. He ends up here the next day. He's here on the 27th. She's not seen on the 26th. He's here on the 27th. Then 2 days later, on the 29th, he's picked up here from Colter Bay Village, right here at this spot. Okay, he's picked up at these showers in the general store. Likely there's camera footage. Likely a lot of people have seen him. There's probably a ton of witnesses here that saw him, okay? That's on the 29th. He gets picked up from this, starts hitchhiking, which is such a weird thing. And this is what I think somebody, fam, I forget her name, I'm sorry. She said that this is like what happened. So he's hitchhiking from Colter Bay. Where is it? So he's hitchhiking from Coulter Bay up here, offers them $200, which we don't know where that money came from either, to be honest with you. So they're hitchhiking down. She mentions Jackson Hole as they cross Jackson Dam. He freaks out, says, pull over here. She pulls over. He gets out and says, I'll find someone else to drive me. Likely because instead of going down this way over to where the van was likely parked, they were going more northwest. And so he trips out and freaks out and says, okay, I need to go this way. Because why does he need to go this way? Because look what's over this way. This. And that's the 29th. Finds a way there. If he hitchhiked, everybody, there's another person that picked him up. Okay? He gets in his van, hops in his van, and he has 36 hours to get to Florida. He has 40, I think we established 48 or 47 hours within the time frame that we know to get to Florida, and he could have done it. In-store sightings of both of them in Victor on the afternoon of the 26th, which means that they're in Yellowknife, whatever you call it, Yellowstone together. Yeah, it's true. He missed the right turn. Likely, okay, so when he gets down to that place, here's what probably happened. Okay, so maybe they're going, he's hitchhiking from here, right? He's popping down here. He assumes they're going to go this way, right? And so he's maybe a little bit panicky, and he starts, between here and here is a 2-minute drive. Maybe not even, okay? Maybe not even 2 minutes. This road is tiny. So he says, oh, they didn't take this turn. Hey, guys, where are we going? She says, oh, Jackson Hole. He says, stop. Gets out here, makes his way back so he can go this way. That makes sense to me. I mean, I know it wasn't seen, but he was seen, so I imagine the van was there. I think they say the 27th, but that doesn't make sense for this timeline. I assumed that the 27th timeline was... Yeah, sorry, my wife's texting me. Yeah, please don't ever pick up hitchhikers ever, anybody, please, okay? Because if you think about that, and if it's true that... If it is true what he did, like let's say he did do this, they picked up a murderer. So don't pick up hitchhikers, everybody. Please don't. Yeah, this is interesting. Didn't have money for pizza a few days earlier. I'll bet he robbed and... No, I don't know about that. I can't see it, but I'm sure again, the only option here is his parents sent him money because they're like, figure this out, get home. How else does he get home? Probably paid cash for the fuel too. Yeah, I would never hitchhike. No way on earth. And I would never pick up a hitchhiker. Jordan says she'll come on in like 45. Yeah, she'll pop on in 45 minutes. Yeah, it's not the good old days anymore. Don't hitchhike, anybody. Can't hitchhike now without getting murdered. Stop. They did, yeah. And they confirmed this a while ago as well. Yes, but I think a lot of people are starting to say that this was just a spelling mistake, that they were in Yellowstone, because apparently some phones will do that. Someone texted me in Instagram saying it's been a few weeks with heat, rain, and wilderness. Body decomp can affect ability to determine exact cause of death. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks in the rain and the elements. This body's been sitting out there. And so this is getting crazy. I'm sorry. It's just nuts. Yeah, this is the biggest pivotal moment of us all talking about this, is the van seeing where they are on the 27th. Yep. It definitely does. That could get almost snowy up there. Ah. Maybe Gabby's in the van and he's hitchhiking. Okay. Stephanie Young, you're saying something here that's yes. So imagine this. She's in the van. Okay. At this point, maybe they know that those other murders took place as well. Because can someone confirm for me when those people were murdered? Because hear me out. This might make sense, Stephanie. He's hitchhiking, creating alibis up north so that someone finds the van and says, oh, there's somebody in here. And then they find him. He's like, I was up camping. I didn't know. That's true. That's yep. I'm not saying that's happened. I'm just saying this is something. This is something. August 17, they were found dead. So if you're up, here's the thing too. If you're up in this area where murders are happening and you're camping in the middle of a street like that, I mean, no thanks. So something's up. There's probably an ATM at the park here. Likely. Let's just take a look here. There's an ATM where he was picked up at Coulter Bay. Look at this. Probably an ATM inside this grocery store. I mean, it makes sense there would be. Where else would there be in this place? There's probably an ATM in here. So yeah, he could have picked up money there. And maybe that's why he landed here. Imagine his parents are sending him money because they need him to make alibis and all that stuff. He needed to get money. So he had to get his way up here. Okay. And if her body's in the van or down there, he can't move. So he hikes up here, hitchhikes up here, gets the money, then heads back. That's plausible. Right? So there's showers there. Katie the short. There's showers there. If he hikes up there and he's got wounds, blood, dirt, whatever, he can shower there. All that evidence is gone. And then he's kind of refreshed and he heads back. Yeah. Also, maybe he's up here at the general store because he has no phone, making a call right here. Maybe he's using these phones to call his parents. Send me money right now. I'm here. General store, picks up his money, hitchhikes back, offers those people $200. Yeah. Yep. So that makes the timeline easily on the 27th. If it's a couple of days, and she said he wasn't with him, he said a couple of days I've been hiking. He's hiking for 2 days, trying to create something, whatever the case, alibis or whatever, or guilty, or trying to think through what he can do. Meanwhile, she's down there in the place where they found her. So if that's the case, he lied to these people knowing she's dead. So that just, and if anything, that just proves his guilt more than anything else. I mean, he's innocent, but until proven guilty, but he's guilty. Yeah, I'd like to know this too. Good question. Maybe she was hanging at a hotel or sleeping in the van at a Walmart parking lot or something like that while he just went out into the bar. We don't know. Oops. He went hiking alone because it looks like she was dead at the time and he was trying to figure out what to do. So he goes up to here to this village to get money. And then 2 days later finds himself down on his way back to get the van to head back to Florida. So something happens here. He gets here, everybody. Okay. He makes a call. Okay, he makes a call, or there's Wi-Fi or whatever. He makes a call. And from this point, he gets money. And after this call, he heads back down to the river where he was. He picks up the van and he drives back to Florida. After this moment, it all starts here. There's got to be, I hope there's cameras. It doesn't look like there's any. It honestly does not look like there's cameras, everybody. What's that? Another phone booth? Another phone booth there. They've got, I don't know what those say. Yes, they didn't take the money. That's true. He offered them $200, but he likely had it. This is a good question. And someone said he does have a cell phone, so I don't know. But if he didn't, and imagine, okay, so even if he does have a cell phone, I'm sorry, 2 days in the wilderness, your cell phone is going to be dead. So he gets up here and he's making calls. Plus, are calls traceable from payphones? Yep, hopefully there's more, unless he hiked all the way to Coulter Bay. So imagine this for a second. You have just possibly killed somebody. Your adrenaline is pumping. Your adrenaline is going overtime. Fight and flight is in full swing. You could easily hike the, what's the distance here? Let me just check the distance. I'll open up a new map here. What is it called? Okay. It's not as bad as you think, actually. Here you go. Check this out. So Spread Creek is here. If you're hiking, hold on. There it is. The hike takes you 8 hours and 41 minutes. So if you're hiking, or he may be hitchhiked as well, okay, 8 hours and 40 minutes. Imagine you've just done something. You've just done the unthinkable, okay? You've just killed somebody. Your adrenaline, 8 hours is nothing. You could probably make that in less time because you're just what are you doing? You're thinking about what to do. You have 8 hours to concoct something. You get up to Coulter Bay Village, you make the calls. You're exhausted at this point because you've made a plan. Somebody has called you. You've called somebody. You've made a plan. You're completely and utterly exhausted. So you can't walk back. So you hitchhike. You offer someone some money. Let me get that. Let me put those in. Give me a second. So you're super exhausted and you try to hitchhike back. And that's what he did. Let me see here. I'm going to put those in. Oh, what? Are you sure? No, I think those coordinates are off. True. We don't know anything until we might not ever know. Molly T, I don't even know. This is a question as well. Again, maybe something happened in the van, or maybe there were witnesses and he didn't want to go back to the van. Maybe someone was waiting by the van for him. Maybe there was like people, hey, you're from Florida. Maybe he didn't want to. I don't know. That's a good question, to be honest with you. Why didn't he go back to the van? Did he take off right from the point? Sorry, did he take off right from that point? I don't know. Such a weird thing. Yes, there is a way to triangulate from cell phone if there are cell phone towers to triangulate off of. I've never been up here. I think Jordan McKay said that the coverage is super, super spotty. But even so, he's got an 8-hour hike up there. His phone battery is probably not going to last anyway. That's why he's on a cell phone. What? And we have any links to where that footage is being found? Honestly, I don't know. Bethune is a YouTube channel, and it's in there. Look, I know they're trying to help, and that's fine. And I'm here sitting here making videos. I don't want to say anything, but their channel is growing because of this. But honestly believe that they deserve it, because this doesn't break to the public without them releasing the video. So if they get big because of this, then so be it. Yeah, but maybe you just off somebody. You're gonna go grab your portable charger and everything. I don't know. I don't doubt it. Again, he goes up there for a reason. He goes up to the Coulter Bay for a reason. Well, Brian, if you're in Canada, you're dumb. Yeah. This is always the case, everybody. Always. If we need a palate cleanser here, I have ketchup chips, just so you guys are aware. If you've never had ketchup chips, you're missing out. Just a little palate cleanser. Take a deep breath, everybody. If you some of the stuff can be really heavy, so just take a deep breath, because you get immense. And I don't really talk about this stuff a lot, and it's really it weighs on you to be thinking about this crap. So just take a deep breath, maybe take a break if you need it. Thank you, Kelsey Ann. I really appreciate that. Does have an ATM inside. Excellent. I highly doubt this. This guy's on the run, like full of adrenaline, because he just possibly allegedly did something insane to his girlfriend. So I highly doubt he's like packing up and trekking, I don't know. Maybe could be, you could be right though. I don't believe it. I hope he doesn't. Lemon sorbet. I hope he does not. I hope the family can get justice from here. And if it's not him, at least his parents can be held accountable to a degree. Because again, what did they know? You had to know something if the first thing you do is lawyer up and then shut your mouth. And then 3 days after your son goes missing, you call the police. You know something. You know something. Honestly, if this happened to me, I'd want to be left alone. I wouldn't want to be approached. I'd want to be able to grieve, but I'd also be searching for justice. And I would be reaching out to anybody who could get that justice for me. I would likely be in Florida looking for this dude myself, to be honest with you. So, absolutely. Now that we know that they need support, I hope they have a GoFundMe, and I will link the crap out of that thing to pay for whatever they need to pay for. Absolutely. This family does not need to be struggling at this time with work and money and bills and everything else. They should be taken care of. And I hope someone starts a GoFundMe really soon. And again, justice. In the end, it's got to be about justice. As a dad, this happens to me. My wife and I have talked about this. I had a podcast on this before. I talked about this. I asked a bunch of friends questions. If someone were to murder me, would you avenge my death? Or would you, I asked my wife this, it's a weird question I asked a long time ago. If someone were to murder you, would you allow me to avenge your death? And she says no. But again, this is such a weird question. I did talk about this before, but honestly, I think they just need support, but not to be approached. Let them kind of be in their space. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. I agree. I think just sitting here talking this stuff out can be therapeutic for a lot of people. It's very heartbreaking that this actually ended up being the way it happened. But sitting here talking these things out is sometimes often people's therapy. That's what I talk about on my channel all the time. This is my therapy. This is a place where I come, a safe space to come talk about everything. And here we're just kind of chatting it out and everybody's getting it off their chest. And I think that's important. That's weird. That's weird. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Smash the like button. Yeah, see if someone can get me the link for the GoFundMe. Okay. And I'll post it here for sure. I think they're saying that there's no connection. Still is no connection. That's so far what we know. I think this is uncorroborated, and I think it was just a statement that was not corroborated. So I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. I don't think they are, based on where they live. I could be wrong. I mean, a lot of people live frugally, I guess, but Red and White's live right now? Okay, let's do it. I don't see that. Are you sure? I got to say this. Red, White, and Bethune had 8,000 subscribers this morning. They now have 14,000. Going live in 6 minutes. You guys are welcome to go over there. You can come here. I'm going to stream there live here. Okay, so the GoFundMe exists, everybody. Just click the link. Mods, just keep throwing it up there every 5 minutes or so, just so people can go throw their support their way. Got a little bit of a photo here someone sent me. This is where she's found. Right where those trees were in that area there. Thank you, Bandit. What's wrong with supporting this family? What's wrong with that? I don't understand that. Their daughter was just found murdered. Why would you not support them? I think, did Gabby stay in the hotel or did Gabby stay in the van? I'm not sure what happened. I'm kind of confused at that one. It's true. We don't know, but it's highly likely. Whoever owns the account, and hopefully it was Gabby, that will go to her estate, which is her family. And I'm not even sure what they're at on that video yet. Let's take a look. So no matter, they're hitting at 40,000 subscribers. The video has 2.3 million views. So there's going to be tens of thousands of dollars going somewhere from that video. Gabby's parents are saying that. Can we corroborate that? If that's so, take those links out. And if you did give money to a fake account, you can get it back. So just maybe we should just wait until we have the definitive one for the GoFundMe. Yeah, this video, it likely is not monetized yet because they would have to go through an AdSense account and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know if it's monetized. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Although it is monetized because YouTube monetizes videos no matter what now. So maybe it goes, I don't know. Are they live? Going live in 1:18. They assumes, though, because he took the car to a place. Be interesting to see what the Bethunes have to say about this. It is the same spot. Yes, she would have to. Her parents could. I don't know about that. This is true. So they're going to go live in a minute. I'm going to have to speak every 30 seconds just so I'm in compliance with YouTube's whatever rules. So if you hear me talking, I'm sorry. I have to talk every 30 seconds. It's interesting to see. I'm really interested to see what they have to say. I really am. You guys hear that fine?
Happy Sunday! Best day of the week, you guys! something really cool for the entire month of September. Most of you already know we lost our son in a tragic car accident back in 2011. And we have been doing Pay It Forward for Ethan. Ethan was such a great kid. He always gave. He was always empathetic, thinking of other people.
I think this might be a
for his
pre-recorded
legacy
message.
to live on, we do this every single September.
They're stepping it up this year. We're trying to raise $1,000 for Mental Health America. They're an organization that goes into communities and helps folks with mental health. We're huge advocates of mental health. We've seen
I like that they're doing this. This is
to
awesome.
help others. And if you don't have the money to donate, please share our videos or share this link for Mental Health America for GoFundMe. And it costs nothing to do a general act of kindness, guys. I mean, open a door for somebody.
This is pre-recorded.
You know, anything like that. Never know how far something like that may go with someone because you just don't know what they're going through.
You just doing one simple random act of kindness may change the entire trajectory of their day. And that's what we're super passionate about because we want to spread love and kindness to everyone.
All right, I don't know what's going on. So
let's get to work, y'all.
Yep, share it. Do all you can.
I think this is all pre-recorded at this point. So wait till we see. Let's see. Oh, here we go.
Hi, everybody. A lot of you are here. We can't thank you enough for being here.
Yeah, guys, it's been a whirlwind of almost 20 hours for us. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, for showing up, watching the videos.
This is not
today.
pre-recorded. This is live right now.
Yeah, thank you. We have some moderators. If you guys, I know wouldn't mind following them. RV Steve Travels, Nomadic Fanatics on there. Wonderful Revolution and Home Meets Road. So we appreciate you guys helping us out. It's been a whirlwind of a day for us. I mean, it's been, which for so many
Yeah, this stuff's blowing up.
There it has been, but
before I get to the super chats, I do want to let everybody on here know
Holy super
that
chats.
the Pay It Forward for Ethan campaign, we are still donating every single bit of our AdSense. I know the videos have went crazy, but every single one of those videos, we will be donating the AdSense to Mental Health America. We are not.
That's solid. I love it.
We promised we will donate every cent of it.
yeah, the plan is to once September's over with, YouTube does their thing, gets the final numbers, we'll actually write a check or however to Mental Health America. We'll avoid some fees doing it that way.
I like that.
Yeah, pretty excited about.
Margaret, these are the Bethunes. These are the people that have the footage from the van.
Pull it up. It's like not letting me pull it up. Hang on. Hang on. I'm coming, you guys. We don't normally have this many people.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to bring up the super chats, and
I am trying to pull them up on the screen, and I don't know why they're not.
You can't. You have to scroll back up. Okay.
All right. Maybe. Nope, not working. All right.
Nope.
Thank you guys for the super chat. We're trying to figure out how to.
It's like trying to show my grandma how to use the internet.
All right, keep going. I'm working on this.
Yeah, I mean, we got the news this evening that none of us wanted to get. But just to kind of go over a little bit of what you guys, I mean, some people, before we went to Grand Tetons, we were hanging out with a bunch of full-time families, and they're like,
okay, these are full-time family vlogger travelers.
Some boondocking spot called Spread Creek. I said, okay, because we have a big rig, so we can only get into certain spots, and Spread Creek is known for being able to kind of accommodate anyone who wants to camp there. So we gave it a go, and we ended up getting there, and we just started driving through. And that's when we saw the van. I mean, it's pretty much simple as that.
That's it. Yep. That's all.
It was my mistake that we recorded it. I typically record, like I said, we have a YouTube channel, and we do a forward-facing camera and a camera facing me while I'm driving. A lot of our viewers enjoy it, so it's something we like to do.
Okay.
And for some reason, I just forgot to turn off the cameras.
Well, good thing you didn't turn off the cameras.
We
Thank
just happened to
God.
drive by that spot.
Yeah, it was. We saw the plates. They were Florida plates.
Can you guys hear me and hear them at
being
the same
from
time?
Florida, we wanted to stop and say hi. And the van was completely black inside. Like there was no lights on. It didn't look like any movement. So we're like, okay, well, we'll go down, turn around, look for a site. And when we come back, we'll see if there is anybody.
Oh, they were going to come back.
There wasn't. So we just kind of went on our way.
So they went there and back.
Front.
Okay.
LM, thank you so much. You are amazing.
Their super chats are in the
We
hundreds
truly
of dollars right now.
appreciate it. And all of your super chat will go
Yeah.
directly to that.
I love
It's
it.
so awesome the fact that we're going to be able to give this much money to these people.
It is. It's a
to do some
blessing.
good in the world.
Good for you
There's
guys.
Not enough of
Good for
that.
you
It
guys.
goes on, unfortunately, and we're pretty excited about that. But yeah, I mean, I left the camera on by accident, by sheer accident.
Guys, I'm not going to
We
stick
ended
around
up
for this
actually
video
driving
if
all
they're
the
just
way
going to
in,
keep
'cause
repeating
we
everything,
heard
because
the
we
better-
don't.
The
We
further
know.
you drive into Spread Creek, the better the views get of the Grand Tetons. So we ended up driving all the way back. It was pretty crowded, surprisingly. And once we got back there, we realized, well, there's really nowhere to park. There was a big gravel lot and more toward the front of.
They
this
didn't see anyone in the
property.
van. That's what
So
they're
we
saying.
turned around and we passed the van again. Unfortunately, at that point, I had realized I left my cameras on and turned them off to save battery. And we ended up moving up toward the front and staying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
Okay.
like she said, though. I mean, you know, we're all on the other side of the country. You don't see a lot of Florida tags. You know, you see there's tons of these vans out there. I mean, there's thousands of Ford Transits,
Oh, really?
Sprinter vans all over the Grand Tetons,
Okay.
Yellowstone, that whole area. So for that, it didn't really stick out. That's why,
Guys, the reason I'm talking over this is so I don't get copyright
striked.
striked.
Yeah, for sure. I am trying to get through and trying to pull up these super chats. I apologize.
You're not going to be able to.
We are not used to this many, and we thank each of you
Oh,
so
absolutely.
very much. All of this is going to Mental Health America.
That's awesome.
April Rain, thank you for your $10 super chat.
That's awesome.
Just Me, $9.99. Thank you as well.
That's so sad.
Shell Bell, $49.99. Thank you so much. I want to pull them up on screen, but it is not letting me.
I hope they
$20
answer
super sticker from Deanna Roberts.
some of the questions
Thank
that they're.
you.
I hope
The
they answer some of the
Mexican
questions that
Slime Shop for your
people are asking.
$1.99.
Like,
Thank
did you
you.
see the van door
H-Doc,
open? Did you see a
$9.99.
human? Did you see a shadow? I
So
hope they
much.
answer
We
some of those
cannot,
questions.
Even begin to express, like, I'm so thankful we were able to do that for Gabby's mom. And, you know, like last night I was like, I don't want to take any money for anything. Like, I just wanted to find Gabby.
Yeah, it was one of the things when we realized that we were floored, because I mean that's pretty big. I mean, we've never really experienced anything like that before. So we're like, well, what do we do? So I mean, the obvious thing was we called FBI. The FBI said, I mean, they were it was in the middle of the night. It was like almost 12:30 in the morning, Central Time. So it was pretty late on the East Coast. And they
Just giving them a PayPal so I can ask them a question. Yeah, somebody go ask. Okay. All right. So they're using this, and I don't blame them, to bring people to their channel to and that's good. I'm glad they're using this platform to grow it, but now they're just talking about their story. They're not really talking about anything else. I mean, they might go through that, but I would enjoy. I'm gonna see if sorry, you guys see me? Did I get struck? Did I get struck?
I had a tag.
Hello, hello, hello. You guys see me? Okay, I'm stupid. All right. Okay, I'm stupid. Okay, so basically they're just going to talk about, all that's their families, and I don't blame them. They've got this opportunity and they're capitalizing on it to raise awareness for like all that stuff. I'm 100% for it. I don't know if they're family vlog, but whatever. At this point, this is, if you're raising money for a good cause, go for it. It's awesome. But they didn't really give us any answers. That's just the way it is. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? Is there anything else to talk about for real? I know I wanted to get Jordan on, but they're kind of busy. Anybody have any more questions? What are my thoughts? He did something on the 27th. He tripped out. Something happened. Maybe an accident. Maybe he just didn't. I don't know. Something went down. They got in a fight. He puts her over there in the trees in the water area, takes off, hikes up to Colton Bay, calls somebody from the payphone, whoever that is in the other line, gives them a plan, takes money at the ATM there at the machine, hitchhikes down, thinks about taking gets pissed because they didn't take the right turn, gets stuck at the dam, and then goes back over. That's what I think happened. And then drives right down to Florida. That's good. Who's Summer Wells? Oh, maybe. Could be that he took the van and said, am I going to be in trouble for taking the van? Possibly, yeah. Yeah, that's a weird... This sticker thing is perplexing. Crazy perplexing. Why are they there later, after everything? Really? Why? No, I don't believe in that stuff. So I'm not saying you shouldn't. I just say I don't. Really? That's interesting. Possibly. Yep. They've got the street blocked off at Brian's house probably because people are going to start getting really upset now that there's a body and that they knew that something went down and shut their mouth. They are living right now in peaceful protests. I don't know what people are doing. They need to get out of there is what they need to do. The police need to put them somewhere and hide them because they're going to be targeted now. Haley, you want me to go over the timeline? Does anybody want me to go over the timeline? Thumbs up if you want to do the timeline one more time. I've done it 3 times, but I can do it again if you guys are new and you want to see what's going on. Okay. All right. Here's what's going on, everybody. I'll share you the thing. Okay. So, what we know about tonight, if I can find it again. Did I get rid of it? Okay. So just a few hours ago, we came on, we talked about it. Her body was found in here, in this region. Okay. And that was we know that the RV that the Bethunes were driving through here, they were parked along here. Okay. So her body's found over here. He's parked over here. They drive through here on the 27th. Okay. And then on the 27th, that happens. On the 29th. Okay. Well, actually, let's start from the beginning. I'm stupid. The 25th. Here we go. Timeline. Last known sighting of Gabby is here in Utah, either the hotel or the restaurant where they were here, a store here in Utah. Okay. On the 26th, which is crazy drive way up here, Brian is sighted at this restaurant here. Okay. Where is it? Somewhere around here. Okay. He's here. She's not there, but she could be anywhere in the van, sleeping, whatever. We don't know what happened at that point. The next day, okay, is when the RV drives by here and sees them. The 27th sees the van. Okay, you don't see them. We see that the van door closes. We think that's what we saw. Absolutely, I think so. Anyway, We see that, okay? 2 days later, okay, Brian is picked up here, Coulter Bay, right here in this parking lot where there's a cell phone, there's an ATM, and he offers this couple $200 to take him down south. They don't say where, okay? So they're driving down south, okay? And here's the fork. Here's what we think happened now because someone said that. They're driving down this blue road here, and he's hoping they're going this way because that's going back towards where the van is. But they start going this way, which is, again, this is a 2-minute drive, if that, okay? This is a very short drive. He asks them, where are we going? Oh, we're going to Jackson Hole, she says. He says, pull over. I'm getting out right here. He gets out here. That's the last known sighting of Brian, right? And then over here, sorry, where is it? And then over here is the 29th. He gets in the van and he pieces out to Florida. He has 36-hour drive ahead of him, and he has 47 or 48 hours to complete that 36-hour drive from the math. Pretty sure. And that's where we are at this point. Yeah, that's true. Maybe he was. And they did say, they didn't say body, they said remains. So that could mean a lot of different things, to be honest with you. Okay, let's go. Oh, shoot. So Brian Enton, who's been covering this, Northport police now clearing the area in front of Brian Laundrie's house, requiring everyone to leave. We are staked out at the neighbor's house. More live. Whoa. They're staked out at the neighbor's house. Can we get me that feed? Here's Gabby Petito's family statement. Okay, I am making a personal request to members of the press and news media to refrain from contacting the Schmidt and Petito family. Due to today's developments, we are asking the press and news media to have some decorum and sensitivity for Gabby's family and allow them to grieve. I will be in contact with you when Gabby's family is ready to make a public statement. I would also like to personally thank the FBI, the Suffolk County Police Department, the Northport Police Department, especially the Grand Teton Search and Rescue Team. Your tireless work and determination helped bring Gabby home to her parents. The family and I will be forever grateful. That's their statement. I want to know what is going on here. This is an hour ago. There's the Mustang.
So we're back outside Brian Laundrie's house. Obviously, my photographer and I were just talking. Heartbreaking news. I want to send our condolences to the Petito family. Really, just with.
Okay. Okay, so they cleared the area. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys, stuff's going down. There's going to be something that happens tonight. They're on the hunt. Now that there's a corroborated body found and evidence found, they're on the way to find it. They're on their way. Yeah, they're probably staying at the private property next door, which is great. Did they? Okay. Yeah, could you imagine living in that neighborhood right now? You're not getting any sleep. Who's saying this? If Brian's not a suspect at this point, then I have no faith in, like, why would he not be? They now have a crime that has been committed. The only person that was with her that we know of was Brian. How is he not now a suspect? Remember we talked about before, no body, no crime? That ship has sailed. Why is he still only a person of interest? He definitely has to be the main. I wonder if it's just legal speak at this point. Well, yeah, suspect, but legally speaking out to the public, he was a person of interest. They can't say suspect. That's true. The sticker thing is, when we looked at the van, when the RV drove by it on the 27th, there was no sticker on the back, the triangle sticker. But in later pictures from the police, there was a triangle sticker. True. Unless they do and they're just not saying anything. Oh, yeah. There she is.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Yay.
Everybody's like, where's Jordan? Josh is such a dick. Get her back on.
Yay, I'm glad to be back. What's been happening?
Holy baloney. Have you been watching it all?
I've been getting like mixed things because my son was like being a needy disaster. So
that's what babies do. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what we know. Obviously, she's found. They don't know. They found remains is what they said. So that could mean body or remains, right? What we're still perplexed by is that we know where she was, right? We know where she was. We found, because I'll bring up the map here quickly for you.
Yeah.
Okay, around here. Oops,
right.
I'm trying to drag the screen. So around here, around here, probably more likely, which is up near water, by the way. And in 3 weeks, and it's something. What if she was in the water for 3 weeks? What if you don't know?
Yeah.
So then what we're still asking a bunch of questions is, did the van door open? Because we have the footage. It looks like it was opening and shutting. I was going frame by frame, and it looked like the door was opening and closing.
Oh, really?
Do you want to see it?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Okay, hold on. Okay, check this out. So we're going to go frame by frame up through this is not the highest res footage, but I want to show you something. So they're coming around the corner here. Oops, shit. Working? Okay. Okay. See that? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Let me zoom in. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. I know it's choppy, but that right there, what you're looking at is the van, okay?
Okay.
He comes around bend. The van is open. See that black slit still in the white?
Yeah.
So the RV rolls around the corner, making a ton of noise. Watch what happens. I'm going frame by frame. Watch this. Sees the van or sees the RV? Watch. Stupid spider web is right in the way. Closes the van. There's no more black slit.
Oh.
How is it possible that that stupid spider web is so right in the way? It's mind-blowing to me. Right where we need to be looking at this thing. Okay. Then we argued if there's 2 pairs of shoes, if not, and it looks like in a higher res footage, it looks like there was 2 pairs of shoes. So anyway, the van door closes. We know that for sure. So that was what we talked about a little bit. We go to the reverse image, and he drives by the van again. But it doesn't really matter. So that's what we had there. So now what we're still perplexed by is from the 27th, when we know the van was there, to the point that he goes up to what's it called? Friggin' Carter's Corners or whatever.
Oh.
Coulter Bay Village.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were saying, okay, maybe he went up to Coulter Bay Village. Here, I'll put this up again. Because he needed money. So he goes up there to make a call, right? He goes up to Coulter Bay Village to make a call. It's an 8-hour hike. I did the whole map. 8-hour hike. Okay, so unless he hitchhiked, we don't know. But he gets here. There's phones here. There's a phone there, and there's phones here. There's also an ATM inside. Okay.
Oh.
So then you ask those people to give $200 to drive me down to where I need to go. Okay. So they're driving him down, and this is what I forget the name of the girl who said this, but it was brilliant. Brilliant. Why did he? I think we figured out why he freaked out. So they're driving down here, right?
Right.
The van is over here. So he's like, okay, assuming they're going to go this way. But they start going this way, right? And this is a 2-minute drive. This is like a 2-minute drive right here. This is not a very long drive.
Right.
He's like, hey, BT Dubs, where are we going? They're like, oh, we're going to Jackson Hole. He says, oh, nope. Pull over. Let me out here. Last known sighting. Again, heads back over to the campsite where they were. And then pieces out to Florida that night, likely, and he gets to Florida by September 1st. And that's kind of what we've established at this point. Well, come up with, and that's everybody saying lots of cool stuff.
Well, I'm trying to think, like, if somebody else, like, if he was hitchhiking, wouldn't have somebody else like come forward by now and say, hey, I picked up this weirdo and drove him back to who knows where. Right.
And I guess what I said to that was that a lot of people aren't actually on social media. These people are out in the wilderness. Some of them aren't. I mean, maybe they are, but there's going to be more people that come forward as this gets out to more mainstream media, as it is right now. There's going to be way more, or those people already reached out to the police and just don't want to make public statements or don't want to be in the public eye.
True.
Right.
That's a good point. Because that seems like a lot of like walking for him to do.
Is someone saying there's negotiators at their house right now? What?
What is happening?
What is going on right now? This is true. 200 is the max you can withdraw from an ATM.
Oh.
Not in Canada. I could pull out $1,000 if I wanted to.
That's a good point.
Brian's going live. What?
That makes no sense. Oh, like Brian, the reporter Brian?
Oh, okay. I like, what?
A reporter named Brian.
What the heck do you mean? What's his name? Brian Enton?
Yes.
Okay, let me go there. He says going live, but where is he going live? Where? On Twitter? On what? Where?
Says going live in 5 minutes here outside. The laundry's with the latest. I think he goes live on Twitter, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, good. We'll stick here and I'll put him on when he goes live. 37 minutes ago, Northport police now clearing the area in front of Brian Laundrie's house, requiring everyone to leave. We are staked out to the neighbors. More live. This is crazy.
I can imagine that. I saw this statement that they put out.
Yeah. Heartbreaking. But did you see the statement that the laundries put out?
Yeah, that was like.
Don't do that. That was disgusting.
That was just
Hey,
nasty.
McKay. There he is. Good.
I was pulling up Brian's thing on here.
Will you angle the...
No one thinks this is funny. Why are you saying it's funny?
I found her up.
Okay.
Brian.
Active manhunt on the scanner in Sarasota.
I heard that was like a hoax or something. They said they found a body in Sarasota and they were like, no.
It's a hoax. Why do people do that? Why do people just say, oh yeah, why do they put out rumors like that for this? I don't understand how that, how does that help anybody, even the person doing the rumor? What does that mean? Why do people do that?
Is it like a gauntlet? Like you have to prove yourself in being a piece of shit or something?
Yeah, seriously.
Seriously. Disappointing. Yeah, for real. There are a lot of rumors. Somebody commented on our channel and was like, yeah, they found some of her remains in a Florida park. I was like,
who's saying stupid stuff like that?
Oh my God, seriously.
I don't know what you gain out of saying shit like that. Like,
no. Let's see if he goes live here.
I'm going to need a link to that source, pal.
Going live in 5 minutes.
When did the laundries make that statement? That was like
just
like 3 hours ago.
Yeah. They shouldn't have made. Honestly, that was so sick of them to do that. They should not have done that. I wonder if they just did it because that's kind of standard practice, and lawyers like, you got to say something, or you look even worse. I don't know, but to me, that makes it worse. That makes it worse for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why this lawyer would be like, hey, you have to do this, because he's been a little scuzzy up until now.
Yeah, seriously. Let me know if he goes live there.
Okay. I'm watching.
What was the laundry's statement?
I read it too. It was like
somebody's asked a couple people.
Oh, okay. It wasn't it like we're heartbroken.
Yeah.
Pray for you or something like
unbelievable.
that.
Thank you.
Unbelievable. Hold on, I'm just going over Red White Bethune. So Red White and Bethune are also doing a lot.
Sure. Thank you so much, Copper Horse. God bless you. I do believe it was integral in locating Gabby and the birthday of your son who led it.
They're currently right now, Red White and Bethune have 3,200 people in their chat, and they're raising money for their son's their son that passed for the thing. They're capitalizing on this, and I'm not mad. I would do the same thing. Good for them.
Right.
They're bringing money to a good cause, and so they're just using this. And I don't know what to think. I mean, I don't know. I don't think without their footage we would be where we are. So
yeah. I saw that video. It had like 500,000 views last time I checked.
Yeah, that's 3,100. They're at 16. They've gained 2,000 subscribers in less than an hour.
Whew.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Whew. Whew.
So they're growing.
Laundry.
I was like, damn, if they're not monetized yet.
Yeah, they will be. They were already for sure. They already have chat. Yeah, they were.
They already had pre-rolls on that video.
Yeah, did we establish that if it's shown that there's evidence that he killed her, is he tried in Wyoming?
I think so.
I think it's the jurisdiction of wherever it happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it should be. Let's see if there's capital punishment.
the guy had 3 days before the cops even, well, more than that. We don't even know. They said Tuesday he left. The guy's been on the run since Tuesday. It's now Sunday. He's long. Like, where could he possibly be at this point? That's 5 days he's gone. Brian Enton is live.
Oh, I'm not paying attention.
Way to go.
Sorry.
We have failed you. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so sorry it's so dark, but we're outside Brian Laundrie's house right now. Let me flip around the camera, like see anything. So this is the front of the house. You guys probably remember from the other streams.
Can you guys hear that?
That's his dad's truck, which you can't really see that well. This is the front of the house. So basically what's happened in the last hour is police have cleared out all of the media from the front of the house.
But not this ninja guy.
And they've set up caution tape, which I'm going to try to show you in the distance. You see that police car in the distance?
Wow.
So they've put police line across the road, and they're not allowing anyone in.
They're about to go find this guy.
Grateful to the neighbor for allowing us to be on his private property, because the police can't make us move, we don't think.
Oh, I'm sure they can.
From our location.
I don't think they can.
We're able to stay here and see what happens tonight.
If you have permission to be on someone's private property.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've kind of we've been out here so much that we've kind of bonded with.
They're like, they live there now.
So people are asking, have police entered the home? No, police have not entered the home. The only thing that has happened so far is they have cleared the street, and I'm just trying to be quiet because I don't want to. I don't know. There's not a lot of reporters around here. You can see the front of the street is totally cleared.
No, we can't see that. It's pitch black, dude.
Here and show you the neighbor's yard. You can see the police in the distance.
Oh, she met him.
That's where they have the road closed off over there. So this, and I don't want to cross over important to the laundry's property, obviously, but I'm right on the.
I don't think they're evacuating for public safety. I'm pretty sure
That's
it's
the
just
Mustang. See, can you guys see the Mustang? It's dark, but right on the other side of the trailer.
Okay. It doesn't sound like he's got anything. Okay. So
you can't see anything either.
Yeah, it's just he's just going live for the sake of going live.
So I'll just kind of go through the day while we're.
We've already gone through the day. Okay, so I was going to say something. I completely forgot what it was. What were you saying? You said something. I forget what it was. But anyway. That's why Brian, I don't know why they blocked off the neighborhood. They blocked off the neighborhood because the neighborhood's like, I need to go to sleep. And or now that there's been a body discovered, there's going to be some crazies coming down that street looking for some vengeance themselves, probably.
Yeah.
Right? You're blocking the street off for the safety of the family, not people outside.
Yeah, that would be my guess, because now everybody knows where they live, and that's just a recipe for disaster.
Jeez, okay. Anybody have any questions or other theories that we haven't even looked at yet? Is anybody up to date on something that we don't know about yet?
So have people theorized like a timeline? Because based on what I was looking at, so they know they were at that campground from what, the 27th to the 29th at least?
Yes.
So do we have any indication of anything that happened during that time period? Got nothing.
All we know is that he made it up to Coulter Bay in 2 days, an 8-hour hike. We don't know how, when, what, why, and that he made his way back after Coulter Bay. A lot of people are speculating that he is he's trying to make alibis, obviously, right? Could have been like, when I left her, she was alive. When I got back, she was gone. He could have said she was gone, right? And said, I don't know where she went. I waited around for even a day. He might even say, I waited around for a few hours. And said, and then she wasn't there, so I went to look for her, and then I just went back to Florida. Maybe she went back to Florida. He can say whatever he wants here. There's no evidence of what he did that he could still get away with this.
Yeah.
How do we know they're? Somebody's asking, how do we know if they're on the 29th? Because Miranda picked him up, so she thinks it was him hitchhiking on the 29th.
Well, and then there were people who were looking for elk who spotted him spotted the van at the campground.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Was that location confirmed of where they were exhuming?
Yeah, I have it. I have a picture of it somewhere. Did you see
it? It looked like, or Jordan showed me something. I don't know if that was confirmed, that it was like literally a stone's throw away from.
Yep. Here, I'll show you. I will show you. So they were staying here, or along this road here. I think it's something around there. She's found here.
Oh yeah, that's just across the.
Like just across the. People thought someone was some digging in this field. Here's where they saw someone digging, but truthfully, something happened, and then she ended up over here, or around this area.
Is that not like just really stupid behavior?
That's why it sounds like it was panicked, or it sounds like it could have been a fight, or could have been something that got out of hand, and then we don't know if she was buried. We don't know that either.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I lost it. And the fact that we don't know that, if again, once we find out what was remains, how those remains were found, if they were buried or not. If they were buried, that gives you more of like this guy was like calculated. He took time to do whatever. But if she was just dragged over and dropped, that could have been a panic situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that feels to me more like what it is. I'm going to be surprised if it's like a premeditated type situation. It all seems like rushed and panicky to me.
But I mean, that's really close to another road. I don't think it would just.
That's true.
But you also have to take into account if he did bury her, an animal may have unburied portions.
It's true.
But I honestly think, as I look at the photo of the tent we're showing, it looks more like it's around here. And don't forget, she's been out in the wilderness for 3 weeks. So it could have been in the water. She could have drowned and ended up on the land or whatever. We don't know, right? So, but there's 3 weeks of like decay and sun and rain and animals and everything else. 3 weeks is a long time out in the elements.
Yeah.
Well, and especially because it's been during the days kind of hot, I think. Yeah. Relatively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and especially because it's been during the days kind of hot, I think. Yeah. Relatively. Yeah.
But I mean, that's really close to another road. I don't think it would just.
And if they couldn't even identify gender, I mean, that gives you a pretty good indicator that it was pretty decomposed at that point.
I've been eyeballing these for hours. Did I ever send you guys some of these?
No, what the heck is that?
Ketchup chips. So good.
That is so weird.
I mean, there's not really much more to update as far as I know you guys just came on. I love that you guys came on, but I mean, I don't know what else we can update you guys here. If something happens in the next hour or so, I'll come back on if we find something. But I don't know. Maybe you guys, if you guys stay live and keep going, maybe all these people come over and hang out with you guys.
I don't know what else, like, I guess if people have more theories, but it's kind of when my friend was murdered, it took, I think, like 3 or 4 days before we heard anything about the autopsy.
But they did put it out publicly?
They did. And in her case, it took a lot longer because he burned her body. And so that like extended things out a little further, but and I don't know if that's like up to the parents if they can choose whether or not they want that information shared.
Yeah, because again, this is about justice at this point. Now that there's now a crime, so now we probably have a suspect, and I hope they find him. So we're gonna obviously stick onto this, and if you happen with your friend, which sucks, if we get more information coming forward, we'll just keep updating everybody. We'll keep talking about it.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks for coming on. You guys were a breath of fresh air. Everybody was getting sick of my ass.
Thanks for having us on.
We will stick by. As soon as we know something, you guys will come on and we'll keep talking about this. I really appreciate you guys being here for all of your. There has been some if you go back and watch this, there were some things that people said. I was like, oh man, that makes so much sense. Okay. Specifically, that fork in the road before they take a right turn to go to Jackson Hole instead of going to the left turn. That's a huge deal. That was one of the biggest eye-opening things from tonight, I think, for sure. Anyway.
No, that makes total sense. Why you would have freaked out.
Oh, yeah, I thought of that too.
Yeah. So I don't know what a czar is, but Shane, thank you, Shane, thank you for sending me that. But yeah, there's been so much information tonight. Head over to Jordan McKay's YouTube channel, guys. They're going to talk about this too. They have a couple videos you want to watch on it. Also, head over to the Glarer. Everybody throw Will's link. If you can throw up Will's link, he's going to go live tonight. I like Will's take on this side. I think he's going to go live really soon if he's not already. Head over and talk with us about Will. Will's going to keep the conversation going, and I think Jordan McKay, go watch their videos, and we will keep you guys updated on this. Thank you for joining me here in the Dad Challenge podcast, Jordan McKay as well. We really appreciate you being here, and we will see you when there's updates. Yeah? See you guys.
Good. Take it easy.